No. But I think my voice is up to handling a game tonight. It feels so much better than it has all week.
Good.
Does it sound a little better?
Yes. And it sounds easier.
Yeah. I was struggling both Tuesday and last night. Not as much as I struggled with sports yesterday, though.
Yeah, I heard that. You played some of that for me.
That was big nasty there. Good evening. Welcome to the IRA Civic Center. It's hockey night in Grand Rapids tonight. That has a ring to it, doesn't it?
Always does. Anytime.
As Grand Rapids Thunderhawks, 2 games left in the regular season. Tonight they take on the St. Thomas Academy Cadets. And boy, this has been just a string of great hockey at the end of the season. Yeah, they didn't play that well against Maple Grove, kind of got it handed to them. But since then, playing, Wayzata, the game against Andover, which we'll talk about at length here in the pregame show. Unbelievable ending there in the win. The win over Wayzata. This has been a team that's rounding into form. Feels like they're playing their best hockey right now when they should be.
I don't know if I asked Coach Chido the one day that you were gone about the scheduling. I got nothing to do with it, but whoever it did, and it
Dale
sounds
Anderson,
like it's
I
Dale,
believe, yeah.
And then someone from the athletic department.
Yeah, I'm sure Ann was in it as well.
But to line it up this way, it's playoff hockey, and it's been playoff hockey for a week or so already, just because of the caliber of teams that are coming into town here, and that's the beauty of it. They're coming to town to play, so it's really been nice. And the Maple Grove game, I know Coach Chido thought that was a terrible game that they played, but it's got to be somewhat possible that Maple Grove is just that good.
That is right. And, this team, you looked at it and you said, well, maybe St. Thomas Academy isn't quite the caliber of the others.
No.
They lose to Maple Grove 2-1 their last game.
Right.
Or 2 games ago. They've also handed Cretin-Durham Hall 2 of their 3 losses on the year. This is a darn good hockey team the Thunderhawks are facing tonight.
Yeah, and they play probably an even tougher schedule than what the Thunderhawks have had the whole season long because of what you can run into down the cities and in their conference itself.
Yeah, I would say that is very much the case. We're also going to be commemorating the 1972 state tournament team tonight. So looking forward to that between periods. This is the Itasca County Public Health pregame show, and they'd like to remind you it's okay to not be okay from time to time. I think I got that right. Your mental well-being, very important. If you don't feel right, talk to someone who can help. You can have a good health without good mental health. We'll take our first break on the pregame show, and when we come back, Super Joe will look back at an incredible game against Andover on Tuesday. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
I'm Molly Tulik with Edge of the Wilderness Realty. I believe my job as a realtor is to bring peace of mind to all my clients and to guide them with great communication. Everyone has different needs and goals, and the real estate market can be confusing and challenging. I personally strive to be a good resource of education through the process of buying and selling. If you'd like to learn more, give me a call on my cell at 218-360-0945. Love where you live on the edge. Edge of the Wilderness Realty.
What is up, everybody? It's Brendan here coming at you from Spartan Deli. And if this is the first time you've heard about us, then you are welcome. If you also happen to be on the path of improving your health and you're wondering where the best place to eat in town is, well, you found it, guys. It's right here at Spartan Deli, located in the Central Square Mall, where everything on our menu is 100% good for you and it tastes amazing. We're open 11 to 2 Monday through Saturday, and for more information, you can check us out at SpartanDeli.com.
Are you ready for some football? It's party time. It's the big game. It's S&S Meats for all your game day needs. Food makes your game day party a success. Order your meat and cheese trays. Over 80 brats to choose from. Ribs, wings, and more. Whole chicken wings, party wings, boneless wings, and buffalo wings. It's S&S Meats for all your game day needs. S&S Meats, Highway 2 West, Grand Rapids. Yes, we're ready for some football.
Hey, it's Taylor from White Pine Jewelers. Let us help you with all your jewelry needs this season, whether it's repairing your family heirlooms or finding the perfect gift. We have a wide selection of inventory available to us in all price ranges, and most repairs are done in-house, often with a 1-week turnaround. With nearly 40 years of experience, you can trust that we'll do our best to find or create whatever it is you have in mind. White Pine Jewelers, located behind McDonald's in the Pregame Plaza, South Grand Rapids. On Facebook and online at whitepinejewelers.com.
My name is Jenna Madal. I'm an account service representative at Grand Rapids State Bank. After working in sales for AT&T for 5 years, I came back home when COVID hit, and I was grateful to find a job here. I love my coworkers and the team attitude we have. It feels really great to work in a good family atmosphere at this job. I have many friends and family connections in the area, and I enjoy seeing them all when they come to visit the bank. Grand Rapids State Bank, this is my community and my bank.
Member FDIC, Grand Rapids State Bank, Equal Housing Lender.
Doctors Rachel and Spencer Buchert and their team at Grand Rapids Dental Care are proud supporters of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. They know firsthand that in order to be successful, it takes the whole team working together towards a single goal. For Grand Rapids Dental Care, that goal is providing expert dental care for all of their patients. For a lifetime of healthy smiles, choose Grand Rapids Dental Care for all your dental needs. Online at grdental.com or call 326-3438 to set up an appointment. Go Thunderhawks!
Hi, this is Hayden Davis with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to the Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Welcome back to the pregame show on J105 The Thunder. Grand Rapids Hockey hosting St. Thomas Academy tonight. Hi there, I'm Jake Gigliotti. We'll look ahead some more to the matchup with the Cadets here shortly. Right now, let's take a look back to Tuesday night's exciting game against Andover. Big-time Section 7AA matchup, the likely 1 and 2 seeds in the upcoming playoffs, and it would be Grand Rapids, earning a 2-1 win. The Huskies on the board first. A goal in the opening period at 5:56 from Gavin Thorson. Assist to Weston Knox and Caden Casey. 1-0 Andover after 1. Shots on goal, 8-8. In the second, Grand Rapids answers. Second of the season for Bauer Murphy.
DeMars intercepts that. Now DeMars, a little bit of room. Has Easton Young going for the net. Again, there's a shot and a goal. Bauer Murphy took the shot.
That goal at 4:19, assist to Hayden DeMars and Easton Young. And then at 9:36 of the second, a large scrum along the boards after a hard hit. 4 Thunderhawks and 4 Huskies sent to the box. And then at 14:07, Grand Rapids takes the lead, 19th of the season for Caden Nelson.
Finds a little bit of room, goes to Sturl. Sturl shot right on. Bronze rebound and score! Caden Nelson! Slot machine slaps it home off the rebound, and it's a 2-1 Grand Rapids lead.
Assist to Sam Sturl and Joey Del Greco. 2-1 Grand Rapids after 2. No scoring in the third. However, we nearly went to overtime on a play that very few have ever seen at any level of hockey. A penalty shot called as time expired. It would go against Grand Rapids, covering the puck in the crease during a scrum in the final seconds. So with no time left on the clock, it was Gavin Thorson trying to send it to overtime, but Miles Gunderson stands tall.
Here comes Thorson. Winds across the blue line. Gunderson out to meet him. Thorson, the shot. That's game. Thunderhawks win 2-1.
Gunderson breaks down Thorson's penalty shot.
Well, he kind of came in and almost looked like he was going to do the cooch, but then he just all of a sudden kind of brought it back to his forehand and took a quick snapper right off my blocker.
Final shots on goal. 32-21 Grand Rapids. Gunderson the win. He makes 20 saves, none of them bigger than on the penalty shot with no time remaining. The loss goes to Austin Bronze. He makes 30 saves. Grand Rapids is 17-5-1 on the season. They square off with St. Thomas Academy tonight. When we come back, the Chido Chat. Sheldon Willis visits with the Grand Rapids head coach. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com.
You don't want to work at just any old place, and you don't want to work just any old time. Maybe you want to work mornings, afternoons, or late nights, weekdays or weekends. For job openings on your schedule, check out the openings at McDonald's.com. They're hiring for multiple shifts and positions. McDonald's can be more than just a job. They have great career opportunities available for the right people. If you're looking for fulfilling work and a fun and challenging atmosphere, don't wait any longer. Apply at mcdonalds.com. I'm loving it.
Affinity Plus is a proud supporter of our local hockey programs. This is Ann Cates, branch manager. Stop in and see us for your everyday needs and big life events, like opening up a membership for your child's first saving or checking account, or purchasing that home or fancy car. We would love for you to take advantage of our competitive low rates. Best of luck to our local hockey teams on a great season. Affinity Plus is insured by the NCUA, and you can learn more about us at affinityplus.org.
This is Scott at Mackley's Auto Repair, letting you know we have both the technology and the staff for all your diagnostic needs, from a check engine light to an intermittent starting issue. We are able to work on all makes and models, so give us a call at Mackley's Auto Repair, located in downtown Coleraine. And as always, we'd like to thank our loyal customers and look forward to meeting the new ones.
The Motor Shop wants to wish all of our student athletes the best of luck this season. At the Motor Shop, we service and sell all motors for every heating system. Heck, bring in the whole squirrel cage and we'll hand it back to you ready to go. Snow blowers not running? No problem for the Motor Shop. The Motor Shop does service on all makes and models of ATVs, snowmobiles, and side-by-sides. The Motor Shop also has sharpening service. So bring in your knives, scissors, chainsaw blades, and other circular saw blades. If it has a motor, gas or electric, simple. The Motor Shop.
The comfortable and relaxing atmosphere at the Timberlake is now available for your lunch plans. That's right, the Timberlake is now open for lunch, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. You'll find the perfect lunch menu with many quick and healthy lunch options, including our all-you-can-eat soup and salad bar. We look forward to seeing you soon for dinner or lunch. Timberlake Restaurant, Grand Rapids.
Cupcakes, meatballs, and wings. Need I say more? This is Nate, store manager at Super One South. It's the annual Cupcake Walk this Friday and Saturday. A perfect chance for you to treat your special someone to our delicious gourmet cupcakes. Check out our amazing variety of meatballs and wings from our deli and make your game day party one that your friends will be talking about long after the final touchdown is scored. And don't forget to shop our beautiful floral department. You'll be amazed by the quality and variety of flowers Super One has to offer. Super One Foods, proud to be a part of your community.
Hi, this is Joey Del Greco with the Thunder Rock Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunder Rock Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Welcome back to the Itasca County Public Health Pregame Show on J105. Wade Chido, head coach of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Wade, you can go to a lot of games and then you see something you've never seen before, which was the way that Andover game ended.
Yeah, I would guess that might go down in history as the one of the most unique endings of a game that across the board. I don't know if that happens too often in the history of hockey.
Well, and I guess how quick did you see the call and kind of your thought processes as you watched it unfold?
Yeah, I saw him give the call immediately right away, and I knew that it was a penalty shot. And you know what, honestly, I just said let's buckle down. Here we go, Miles. You know, there's really nothing you can debate. You know, when a ref makes a call like that, he's not going to change his mind. And so there's no reason for me to get upset or try to say he's wrong, because I'm standing on the bench, he's standing over the net, and right or wrong, it was the call, and let's move on.
Well, and Miles came up with a great save there. That wasn't his only great save of the night. He played a whale of a game.
He did. He was spot on. He's been like that in the Whiteside game as well. So it's nice to see, and it's nice to have him come up big when we need him to be big.
I know you wanted physicality. You wanted the team to step up physically. It looked to me like they responded to that.
They did. We wanted to play hard. We wanted to play, make sure it was tough ice, and because really at the end of the day, when you have a team that's got a lot of team speed, it's important for us to make sure we don't give them a lot of room, and I thought our kids did a good job.
And again, at the end of the day, you look at those two teams and you say, boy, there's not a lot to choose from. Anytime they play, it's going to be a great game.
Yeah, it's just two good teams going at it, you know, right? And obviously from a fan perspective, I'm sure it was fun to watch. You know, it was fun to be a part of, and we made the big play at the end. Really, that's what it comes down to, two two good teams. Who makes the last big play? And Miles made the last big play.
Now, going up against St. Thomas Academy tonight, this is a tough one, and Tuesday's a tough one as well. What do you know about St. Thomas Academy? I know the record not quite as good as some of the other teams you've played, but they played some really good teams really tough.
Yeah, they're good. They got some skilled players. They got some kids that can play hockey. They got a nice first line. They're gonna make a lot of skill plays. We just got to make sure that we're ready to go. We can't have a letdown after a Tuesday game. That's my biggest message today. And playing at a fast pace and being difficult to play against.
Is that physicality something you want to see carry over game to game, not just against Andover?
Well, yeah, we've been stressing it all year, to be honest with you. I don't think it's any different message that I have every game, and obviously they decided to do it on Tuesday night, and we'll see if they do it tonight.
Well, tonight and Tuesday look to be fun games, and the playoffs look fun as well. So let's have fun the rest of the way and make a run.
Yeah, thank you.
That is head coach of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks, Wade Shido. Very happy with the physical play that Grand Rapids put forth. I think they really did take Andover physically out of that game. Towards the middle of the second period, maybe. That's a fine edge to run because you don't want to be sitting shorthanded either.
And, the thing I heard in there was that they've been coaching this physicality all year long. And
they haven't always seen it.
Yeah, we don't always see it, but we've seen a little bit of it. But there must have been some concentration on doing a little bit more of it because there was just so many. What did we get? One stat of 17?
17 hits in the first period.
And, that's a game sometimes for Grand Rapids as far as the physicality. But
and they were hard hits.
Right.
They weren't just rubs.
No, some of them were stopping in their tracks, and some of them dropped them. And both ways, There was a lot more physical for Grand Rapids, but Wayzata plays that way often too.
So tonight at St. Thomas Academy, this is the Itasca County Public Health pregame show. We'll take another break, come back with Trent Eigner, head coach of the St. Thomas Academy Cadets, and you're listening to it on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
We're here with Kirk Adams, Northern Market President of Deerwood Bank. Kirk, why is it important for you to support Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Athletics?
Being born and raised here, I love supporting the community that helped raise me. That is why I am working with my team at Deerwood Bank to bring nice and simple banking to the entire Grand Rapids area. From your first savings account to life after retirement, we're here to help you.
Deerwood Bank. Banking made nice and simple. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Paul Bunyan Communications fiber-powered solutions with our local expertise gives your small business the edge. Fiber data solutions provide the fastest, most reliable internet available with a range of gigazone symmetrical speed options up to 10 gig. Our business class voice services offer customizable plans to match your needs, and we offer business IT service and support. Customize your business solutions. Contact the experienced team at Paul Bunyan Communications today.
Northland Lawn, sport and equipment, small town values, regional strength. From sun up to sunset, we put the power in your hands to help you work the land. Northland Lawn, sport and equipment, your John Deere authority, your helping hand, we'll get it done. Northland Lawn, sport and equipment, small town values, regional strength.
Roth RV has Ice Trek fish houses in stock. Designed and manufactured in Minnesota's North Country, where they know what it takes to build tough and durable equipment to withstand the worst of winter. The Ice Trek all-aluminum alloy frame is hand-welded at every seam, and with the all-aluminum alloy, there's no rusting and no frame deterioration due to road salt. Ice Trek skids are delivered open shell, which allows custom finishing. Roth RV also has Forest River's Grey Wolf ice fish houses, engineered with impeccable quality, offering a spacious interior to keep you comfortable. Roth RV.
Taco Tuesday is calling.
Tuesday!
Get seasoned beef tacos for just 99 cents each every Taco Tuesday. Craver Savers.
Crunchy.
Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
True taco lovers can't say Tuesday without thinking taco, especially at the home of Taco Tuesday, Taco John's. So this taco, head to Tuesday John's for Taco Tuesday for 99-cent deals on delicious beef Tuesdays. Tacos. Taco John's.
Midland Title is a proud sponsor of the Grand Rapids boys hockey team. Choose Midland Title to help you stay out of the penalty box with potential title issues. The team at Midland Title is here for all your title insurance needs. When refinancing, buying, or selling your next home, give us a call or check out our website at midlandtitlemn.com. Good luck, Thunderhawks!
Hi, this is Justin Kerr with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Welcome back to the Itasca County Public Health Pregame Show on J105 with Trent Eigner, head coach, St. Thomas Academy. And this is not a normal trip for St. Thomas, a new one coming up to Rapids.
Yeah, we've been looking forward to this one. I know the kids have as well. Some hockey relationships, stars aligned, and we were able to get a couple really competitive games up here, which for us, just building a schedule that challenges us every night is kind of what we try to do. So the fact that we can combine it with a comebacker with Hermantown tomorrow is a good trip for us.
Well, and I know a lot of Metro teams, there's not a lot of traveling involved a lot of the season. Is it something special to take a road trip with the team?
Yeah, I think the kids really enjoy it for sure. And let's be honest, I'm a father of 6 kids, so I get out of the house for a couple days. It's a good deal. Definitely there's a little nostalgia for our kids. Some of them have been up here as squirts and peewees and had this experience, but it's nice to get back, and I think it galvanizes the kids a little bit, get away from home and spend a little more time together.
For St. Thomas Academy, a 12-10 record, but it looks like especially down the stretch here, you've had some really competitive games, and some good wins.
Yeah. I would be honest, if I wasn't, coaching and I was just a fan, I would think this would look like a down year for St. Thomas. The reality is a combination of, losing our top guy for basically the whole season hurt us early, and then we put together a really competitive schedule. So if we're not consistent in what we do, we're going to lose games. But we're kind of rounding out health-wise a little bit, so it'll be a good test on the weekend.
Well, and I saw, what was it, a 2-1 loss to Maple Grove? I'm sure you wanted that to be a win, but that's against a top team, and some good wins here recently.
Yeah, and I think it's, sports is fickle, hockey's fickle. We played, held Maple Grove to 27 shots and 2 goals, which is exactly what we wanted to do. And it's just one of those nights when we weren't scoring goals. So we've done some things really, really well in the course of the season with the 2 wins against Creighton and Edina, and kind of put the whole thing together. But again, the trick is to be consistent and do that on a nightly basis.
So coming up against Grand Rapids, and again, I don't think it's a team, these two teams don't have a lot of history against each other, but what do you expect tonight?
I guess when you come up here, you always, some of these programs up north with the deep tradition, you always expect, kind of a competitive bunch of kids, regardless of how the talent kind of ebbs and flows. You always know you're going to get, like I said, a competitive effort. And then, in the years like this year where they have a talented group, they're tough to play against. So we expect them to be a confident bunch, and I know it's a good hockey team. So it's going to be a workmanlike deal for us, not going to be fancy.
And is that St. Thomas hockey right now, not be too fancy and go up and down?
Yeah, and I think that, kind of your lineup dictates a little bit about the way you want to play or try to play. The loss of Nagel, who led the Elite League in scoring, it changes the dynamic. It's only one player, but it kind of limits us offensively a little bit. We go from kind of a 2-line team or 2 threatening lines to kind of a 1-line deal, so it's pretty simple. And when we execute, we're actually difficult to play against, and we've seen that a couple times this year, and hopefully we'll see it again tonight.
Well, thanks for taking a little time, Coach. Good luck tonight. Glad to have you in Rapids.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That is Trenton Eigner, head coach of the St. Thomas Academy Cadets. Actually, I believe listed as a co-head coach on some rosters that I've seen, with Mike Randolph, who was coaching the JV. That's pretty. That's JV coach with pretty good pedigree.
Yeah, to be running. And speaking of, they won 3-1. St. Thomas did over
empty
the
net
junior
goal
varsity.
at the end.
Right, that's right. There was a 1-0 game, and then they tied it in the third period, and then won it with that empty netter.
So a 3-1 win for St. Thomas in the JV game. And this has been the Itasca County Public Health pregame show. They'd like to remind you of the importance of getting enough sleep. Children, 9 to 11 hours. Teenagers, 8 to 10, and put down those devices. Get some Z's. Be at your best in the game and in the classroom. Or even, at work, or on the couch for you, right? You're retired, old dude.
I still need a good sleep to do it.
There you go.
You got to do it right.
Yeah, it's just sitting on the couch just to take some concentration some days.
And you burn some energy if you're watching
a hockey
Jeopardy.
game. Or,
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy? Are you a Jeopardy? I didn't know you were a Jeopardy fan.
I'm not, but I suddenly became.
Very good.
I love the questions and trying to get the answers, and figure if I get 1 out of 5, I'm doing pretty good.
That is the one thing that my wife and I watch together every night that I'm home.
Is that right?
And if we get behind, we just all have a DVR, so we'll.
So you watch.
We watch every one of them.
You watched the stretch with Amy Schneider then.
Oh yeah. that was incredible, wasn't it? So we're waiting for teams to come out on the ice. They're doing the darken the lights thing again tonight.
Yeah.
So we know we have our own little light here, so we can do whatever we want here in the Larry Johnson press box. We got the cheerleaders out, and about a minute on the clock as we wait for teams to come out.
You were interviewing Coach Eigner, and I was listening to that part. Coaches are never happy, are they?
No.
Yeah, we've had a couple of times where we played pretty good. They've played some great competition, so I bet it's a lot more than a couple times.
I'm going to say you beat Creighton-Durham Hall this year. Right now, I believe ranked number 1.
Right.
And you beat them twice.
And they beat Edina, and they beat Eden Prairie.
Yeah. Now, Rapids has beaten Eden Prairie, too.
Right, but the section is it's St. Thomas Academy, Creighton, Eastview, who was rated highly early, but not now. Parka, Cottage Grove, Rosemount, they've been, talked about, Egan, and then teams that you remember from the past, Apple Valley and Burnsville. They've made trips to the state tournament. That's not an easy section. I don't care if they're, when you look at like city sections, 5 or 6 teams will be above 500.
Yep.
And then 2 or 3 on the bottom will be under 500. So every section is tough.
Well, and, Section 7 some years in the past has been very deep, where you've seen upsets in the quarterfinals, definitely upsets in the semifinals.
Indeed.
Where the top 4 teams, you couldn't, you throw the top 4 teams in a bingo ball and pick one out. But this year may be a little more top-heavy than what Section 7 has been in the past.
Yeah, for sure. That's the truth, and a lot of it is because of what's going on up here, and But with your STA, the cadets here, just like Maple Grove, that's got to be some sort of a trip for them. Come up here, play Grand Rapids, who was rated in the top 10.
Well, they are again now.
And again, and then go down and take on Hermantown, which is what St. Thomas Academy will do tomorrow. They're going to play Hermantown just like Maple Grove did.
And yes, exactly. And for Grand Rapids, is this a bit of a trap game? I mean, the record not quite as good for St. Thomas. You had the huge emotional win over Andover, and you have Hermantown coming in on Tuesday. It feels like a little bit of a letdown trap game, and I think Coach Chido talked a little bit about that in the pregame show. We got to be ready to go tonight. We can't have a letdown.
I don't think they can have a letdown at all.
Well, if they
starting
do, they're
a week ago, and threw it into the start of the sections because. You just know that St. Thomas, maybe they have a 12-9-1 record, but they're going to be good. And the last win was a big one, and I think it was big for Gunderson.
Oh, big time.
He had to gain some confidence from everything he did in that game, especially the penalty shot that I forgot to credit him in the wrap, but thank God you did.
Oh, we did. we made sure he got his due, and Super Joe did in his wrap-up here tonight as well. It's time for Starting Lineups, brought to you by Skoglund Electric. For all your electrical contracting needs, residential, commercial, and industrial, it is Skoglund Electric, a proud supporter of Thunderhawk Athletics. I will say I have not received defensive starters for Grand Rapids. I've been trying, and have not, by the way, extending our sympathies to the Geisler family. Bo Geisler losing his father this week.
Oh, I didn't know any of that.
So, tough time for them. And those things are never easy to go through. Let's go with the St. Thomas Academy Cadets, 12-10-1. They will start at center. Zach Howard. 13 goals and 9 assists. He's an 11th grader, number 21. Actually, he's on the left wing. At center is Tyler Graham, number 9. And Graham, 7 goals, 22 assists. And at the other wing is number 14, Tommy Cronin. Also an 11th grader. At defense, number 12, Tommy Statin. That's how we were told to say it, right?
Statin, yep.
Statin. And at the other defense will be Will Scahan. At goal, Matt Shepoister.
Shepoister.
You got it?
Yeah.
And he is a big man.
He's massive. I don't know how tall, but he's close to 6.5, I think.
Yeah, and he's broad.
Right.
He's not lanky
he's
either.
Not no basketball player.
No. 6'5" 903 save percentage. That's really good for the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. They will start the Joey Del Greco line. Number 10, Joey Del Greco, 24 goals, 37 assists. Garrett Drotz, 21 goals, 23 assists. And Caden Nelson, 19 goals, 24 assists. We've talked about him after that Andover game. Miles Gunderson, 15-5-1, a 2.30 goals against average, and an 8.90 save percentage. And we'll catch the defenseman right here. And Easton Young, and that should mean Sam Sturl will be the other defenseman. And it was right there. So Easton Young, Sam Sturl rounding out the starting lineups. Those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Skoglund Electric. Proud to support all Thunderhawk sports, proud to provide first-rate electrical service work in the Grand Rapids area. We'll take a break and come back with the drop of the puck. Thunderhawks and the Cadets coming up next on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
You have a lot of choices when it comes to securing your mortgage. Do you go with the local bank so your money stays in your community? Or do you search for the best interest rate? Of course, maybe you could try one of those trendy internet-based lenders and just get it done quickly. The choice is easy. Woodland Bank offers all of those things. A trusted local partner, the lowest interest rates, and a fast process. So make the obvious choice. Come on over to Woodland Bank and bank easy. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you're looking for an experienced and professional attorney in the Grand Rapids area, look no further than Sturl Law Office. Attorney Chad B. Sturl has over 22 years of legal expertise in dealing with criminal defense, family law, DUI, DWI, and many other legal practices. Let him help you through a stressful time by taking care of the legal logistics and delivering expert legal support. Call 218-326-9646 to schedule an appointment. Chad Sturl at Sturl Law Office, a proud supporter of Thunderhawk hockey.
I'm Michelle Rodenberg, one of your Grand Rapids Edward Jones financial advisors. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Sports on J105. Call any of the Grand Rapids Edward Jones offices for all of your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
First American Title Insurance is here for you. Their local office, Itasca County Abstract Company, has provided service for more than 75 years. They can help with title insurance, real estate title certificates, abstract services, and escrow services. They are a proud and long-standing supporter of Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Athletics. Itasca County Abstract Company, a First American Title Insurance member, located in downtown Grand Rapids.
When you don't have time to go to lunch, let Jimmy John's deliver lunch to you. With Jimmy John's, we can get a freaky fresh sandwich to you freaky fast. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com. Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Hi, this is Kyle Henke with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
And speaking of Kyle Henke, it was good to see him back on the ice. He's back in uniform again tonight. Shoulder injury early, and then...
From what I saw the first night he came out, and you've seen him play before, but I'm expecting even more from him here tonight.
And had to recover from mono after that, and you just can't hurry that. You got to let it take its course.
No, that really racks the body, so even a young person has to gain their energy back.
And he was back, and he looked good against Andover, centering that third line most of the night.
Yeah, and he adds a physical presence that I hadn't seen before, and just because I hadn't seen him play this year, I don't think. So I don't know if he started that way early in the season.
Yeah, first couple games before he
so that's his game.
Dinged up his shoulder, and that kind of took that out. And he really hasn't played well since before the Edina Classic.
Okay, yeah, I knew it
maybe
was
a shift
about
or
that.
two. Yeah.
And our referees, let's see here, Mr. Zalke on the lines. That's Bay Zalke, and then we've got Cody Mann and Troy Scott are wearing the red stripes tonight.
And we are set to go. St. Thomas Academy in the navy blue. With,
looks like somebody from the 72 team. In fact, Mike Newton, the guy who sits down to our right here, is going to be dropping the puck.
Hey, very nice. We got a ceremonial first puck drop. And yeah, Mike Newton always sits just to our right here at the Larry Johnson press box.
And he was a part of that 72 team went down and played for Sertich and Hendrickson down at UMD. And he was one of the first coaches of the Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Nice. And Marv, who always has our stats, says Grand Rapids is 8-3-1 when they wear the white jerseys.
That's right.
he has everything, doesn't he?
He keeps it all.
Nice crowd tonight, and you expected that, even though it's cold. With commemorating the 72 team, that'll bring some extra fans out, and it's a good hockey team and a good hockey game coming up.
Yeah, I think the last win probably brought a few out too.
I think it did. Here we go with Joey Del Greco taking the draw against Tyler Graham, and we're underway. Puck squirts back into the Grand Rapids zone. It'll slide into Gunderson, who leaves it there for Easton Young. Young off the glass, and trying to chase it down is Caden Nelson, but getting there first is Statine. Statine tries to reverse it to the near side. Has St. Thomas Academy ready to come out of their own zone, and now they will. Here comes Statine. Statine gains the red line, shoots it in, rings the boards behind Gunderson, and comes all the way back out to center. If you're going to dump a chase, you better chase better than that. just a thought.
Just saying.
Now coming in and looking to cut in front was Zach Howard, knocked off the puck right at the end. Now coming in is a puck right in front, and Grand Rapids able to dodge that bullet and get it out to center.
Almost gloved it into our own net.
Came close. Now the puck slides down into the Grand Rapids zone. Morquay, he'll leave it there. And Dose comes after it. Dose, little drop pass, and the shot goes wide. Now Kerr trying to pick it up, and he'll get it to DeMars. DeMars tries to power his way through Austin Williams, and we'll have an offside call.
Let's take a minute while we got it and thank Chad Sturl, attorney, Super One Foods, White Pine Jewelers, Jimmy John's, Taco John's, and the Itasca Reliable Insurance Agency, all sponsoring Thunderhawk Hockey on the Thunder.
Any other Johns we know of, they can sponsor too. St. Thomas wins the faceoff. As the puck still loose at center ice, now it'll be swept into the Grand Rapids zone. Sturl back to get it. Leaves it for Easton Young. Young with some room. Comes out to center ice, gains the red line, and shoots it in deep. Williams tries to move it up the boards for St. Thomas. Puck still trapped in the St. Thomas zone, but now they'll get it out. Here comes Wishner. Cross ice pass goes deep in the Grand Rapids zone. DeMars shovels it ahead. Kerr, no one with him, but he still takes the shot. Goes past Shepweister and over the net. Thunderhawks get their third line out for their first shift. It'll be Henke, Davis, and Blaine Mortensen on the third line here. For that third line shuffles around a little bit during the night.
Yeah, they'll get different players, maybe come in and out of the game as far as regular shifts.
Puck slides out to center as Mortensen couldn't find it at the Grand Rapids blue line. Little move by Henke. Now ahead for Mortensen. Mortensen gets it into the zone, but no farther. There's not a lot of room at the blue line against this St. Thomas team.
And they seem pretty physical.
They're physical and they're quick. This is a fast-paced game so far here in the first period. Puck comes out to center. Now it'll be swept deep into the Grand Rapids zone where Morquay picks it up. 14:08 to go, no score. Now what have we had? Have we had a whistle yet?
One. Didn't we? An offside? Or?
Yeah, one offside.
Yeah.
This game's been flying, both in speed on the ice and the fact that there haven't been any whistles. Shot right on. Nice pad save by Shepweister. Now Morquay shuffles it back behind the net. Del Greco picks it up, brings it to Easton Young. Young, his shot, that goes wide of the net. Bauer Murphy keeps it in. Tipped right on net by Nelson. And a nice save by Shepweister. Got a nice save percentage at .903. Now here's a shot goes over the net from Zach Howard, looking for top shelf on Miles Gunderson. Now a shot that hits the side of the net in the Grand Rapids zone comes to Skahan. Skahan's shot will be deflected into the crowd, and we'll have a whistle. And our third face-off of the game. One to start, one after the offside, and one now.
I think from any indication so far, Miles Gunderson is going to get his fill of precision shooting from the Cadets. They so far have shot high, but man, they're ripping. I can hardly see them, and they'll bring it down, right?
And Caden Nelson already setting up shop in the slot, just like he always does. Off the face-off, behind the net goes Bauer Murphy. Murphy gets it out to center ice. Now he'll try to follow up again, gets it to Kerr. Kerr tries to backhand it into the zone, misses it twice. Now comes in with a little better space, tries to get in front. Now going behind the net, trying to power through a check was DeMars. And the puck into the crowd again. No score in the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. 12:51 to go, first period. You're going to work very hard for your chances tonight.
Yeah, I'd say this first few minutes just sure told us that.
Thunderhawks send out their third line again with Blaine Mortensen coming out to center Henke and Hayden Davis. I think I said Henke was centering. He's actually playing the wing with Mortensen going on at center, although now Henke will take the face-off.
They threw Mortensen out for some
reason. Yes, they did. Mortensen takes a bump, but moves it behind the St. Thomas net. Puck still behind the St. Thomas net. Now it'll be pushed out to center. Morquay picks it up, shovels it back to the blue line. As the Cadets break it out to center, backhanded into the Thunderhawk zone. Morquay turns, goes back to get it. Morquay backhands it to the far side. Sturl off the boards, out to center and into the St. Thomas zone. Austin Williams turns. Thunderhawks making changes, so Williams will wind his way through center and get into the Grand Rapids zone. I think there was just a big inadvertent collision off the puck between Caden Nelson and, was that 38, Finn O'Brien?
Yep. As I see him sitting on the bench there.
As the puck slides out through the slot. Now shot looking for the tip was Sturl. That didn't connect. And the puck now into the Grand Rapids zone. Sturl back to get it. Cronin there as well as Del Greco. Del Greco far side to Drotz. Drotz doesn't have anyone with him. Trying to wait for a trailer. He'll find Nelson. Nelson tries to chip it through and he'll take it behind the net. Now here's Del Greco. A little bit of room. Del Greco comes to Stoffer. Stoffer shot right on. Shepweister the save. And St. Thomas Academy will flip it down the ice. Whenever you see, it doesn't matter where he has space. If Joey Del Greco has space, he'll create a play.
Yes, and he went behind the net there on that one, and just for a split second, Drotz was coming in the back door, and I thought, oh, he's open, he's going to get him, and then they plugged it up, and he had to skate some more and find a pass back to the D.
Thunderhawks send out the second line. Offensive zone face-off in the St. Thomas zone, controlled by the Cadets. Bring it up the boards, kept in at the point by Stauffer. Now Easton Young keeps it in on the far side. Puck at the half walls, they scrum for it there. DeMars loses it behind the net. Comes to the point, still not out. Thunderhawks able to keep it in, no more, as it finally comes out to center. That's just good hard work by Easton Young, and now there's going to be a penalty called against the Cadets, as we'll have a Grand Rapids power play.
At 10:45, going to the box for a hook.
And that was just pesky work by Easton Young, who would not let the puck get out of his sight. And I think Zach Howard finally just took a frustration penalty. Grand Rapids Police Department power play. They remind you to lead sooner, drive slower, and live longer. Thunderhawks 34% on their power play and 83% penalty kill for the Cadets.
I think on that one, Easton Young screwed a little bit around too much at the blue line and created that place where he had to come back.
As the shot hits Joey Del Greco in the backside. Still in the St. Thomas zone as the Thunderhawks. They've had a couple stretches where their power play has been pretty much unstoppable. As Morquay fakes the slap shot, now comes to Easton Young. Young back to Morquay. Morquay comes backside, shot right on from Del Greco, and saved by Shep Oyster. Beautiful job keeping the puck in by Easton Young, then he overskates it. All that great work and then overskated it.
And you know, reading the overskaters, he looked up to make a pass or a shot, just missed it when he came back down.
As Del Greco is lit up at center ice. Woo! Now the Thunderhawks try to regroup in their own zone. Easton Young,
he's been out there a while.
Yes, he has. He took a few real hard hits against Brainerd. That one, I don't know any harder than that. Shot right on, and Shep Oyster able to catch it right over the pad.
I think that was deflected by your man Slot Machine in front there and changed direction, not much, but enough, and right into the glove. I think Shep Oyster was kind of surprised where that went. But that's part of him being so big, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Covers a lot of net.
Yeah, when he bends over at the waist, it looks like his back is still even with the crossbar, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Grand Rapids with 37 seconds left in the power play. Out to center ice. DeMar is unable to control it initially, but they'll get it in with a little bit of room. Shot, goal! Oh! Henry Sturl.
That was quite a shot, huh, Sheldon?
It was. Picked short side on Shep Oyster and puts Grand Rapids ahead 1-0 with a power play goal.
Well, at 34%, I guess I'd stay out of the box if I'm the Cadets, because that's an awfully strong power play, and they just showed it there.
You know, that play looked completely discombobulated as it came into the zone.
Right.
And all of a sudden, it opened up for Sturl, and he made the most of it.
Yeah, he picked it up just inside the blue line in front of two of his teammates and went down that left side and let the wrister rip.
Long shot goes wide of the net in the St. Thomas zone. Stauffer pinches in, keeps it in as Hinkie moves it around behind the net. Moving it ahead is Savino. Savino for St. Thomas. And they'll get it out to center, get it down the ice, and they say icing. So with 8:44 to go, did you catch any of the assists on that?
They just gave one to Stauffer is all.
Okay. Like I said, that was a play that did not look like it was going anywhere at the blue line, did it?
No, it looked like it was going to be stopped, come back out, and just some work and some skates and some sticks, and all of a sudden it pops free about 3 feet inside the blue line, and that's where Sturl got it and skated in. He's a lefty, so that worked out real well for him, right? Isn't he a lefty?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, no,
he's not. He's a righty. He's out there.
So he got to the inside with that wrister. That's nice.
As the puck comes just out to center ice, now picked up as Sturl stays just onside. Shot. Ooh, that was labeled top shelf for Justin Kerr. Nice blocker save by Shepoister.
Late slash over there by a Thunderhawk resulted in a late push behind the net after the whistle blew. Skated around behind everybody.
Face-off will be
9-2 shots on goal favor the Thunderhawks.
It was 2-2 early on.
Yes.
As the face-off in the St. Thomas zone. St. Thomas will get it out to center ice. Here comes Skahan. Skahan backhands it into the Grand Rapids zone. And out to center ice, 2-on-2. It's Del Greco and Drotz. Pass to Drotz behind him. He'll get it behind the St. Thomas net. Now Del Greco. Del Greco takes a look. Moves it back to Easton Young. Young moves away from pressure and backhands it deep. Puck comes around the glass. Pinching in is Sturl, but he can't stop it. And it'll come down the ice for icing. 7:47 to go. 1-0 Grand Rapids on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard.
Why not take this minute to thank McDonald's, Ray's Marine, Affinity Plus, Deerwood Bank, as well as S&S Meats.
Face-off will be in the St. Thomas Academy zone.
Just had some wings tonight from S&S.
Hey, wings, brats, whatever you want. They are, if it's meat you want, they'll have it.
They can do it for
And
you.
they are also our video sponsor this period. We'll talk a little more about that in a moment as the Thunderhawks. Easton Young drags it in and then has to drag it back out. Backhanded now into the St. Thomas zone. Austin Williams moves it to the far side. Pinching in there is Sturl, goal scorer for the Thunderhawks. Now a shot doesn't get through off the stick of DeMars. Back to the point, Easton Young keeps it in. Now the Cadets looking to come out to center, but it hits a back skate, and then Johansson says, who needs enemies when you got friends like that? Submarine by a teammate.
At your own blue line.
Now the Cadets in the zone. Shot changes directions about 3 times on its way into Gunderson. Stays with it, makes the save, and holds on.
And he didn't even just have position on that one to make that save. He followed it all the way in off of each deflection.
Face-off will be to Gunderson's right. 6:54 to go, first period. Thunderhawks lead 1-0. Markway flips it out to center. Oh, just misses Mortensen, who had some speed going in. Now back into the Thunderhawk zone. Picked up by Stauffer. Stauffer comes to Henke. Henke tries to drag it through center ice. Puck taken off his stick. Shot deep into the St. Thomas zone. Back to get it is Tatchney. Comes to the line and backhanded into the Thunderhawk zone. Blaine Mortensen retreats for it. Mortensen comes rink wide to Stauffer. Stauffer takes a look, plays it into the St. Thomas zone. Thunderhawks making some changes as they get the first line out there. Garrett Drotz supplies a forecheck. Del Greco just missed it. Now he does pick it up. Del Greco goes to Caden Nelson off his skating just wide. Del Greco again goes to Morkway. Morkway had the wrong angle, couldn't quite keep it in. Now Stauffer turns, puts it deep in the zone, and puck slides out into the crease. Shepoister will drop on it for the face-off. 5:44 to go. Period 1 and a 1-0 Grand Rapids lead.
A late scrummage down the far end down there. A couple players on each side. No, didn't go far enough to where any referees have to call any penalties. Geez, that combination of Greco and Nelson coming out of their zone with the tap pass off the board, you know, that has just worked well for them for so long this year.
Thunderhawks win the draw. Back to the point to Easton Young. Centering pass doesn't connect, and Murphy able to keep it in at the blue line. Deep in the corner, Del Greco fights for it there. Nelson will get it to Del Greco now. Back to the point. Murphy puts it down the boards, takes a shot, goes just wide. Don't know if Shep Oyster saw that until the last moment.
What's up, guys? How are you doing?
Now Drotz fighting for it at the half wall. Gives it to Easton Young. Young, far side to Bauer Murphy. Murphy shot right on, rebound, oh, just off the stick of Drotz. Now Del Greco, and we're going to have the net off its moorings, and we'll have a face-off. And our camera almost takes a tumble.
That wouldn't have been good.
No, nice catch, Aaron. Face-off will be in the St. Thomas zone. That's how you know it's a full house. There are
people everywhere.
People everywhere, exactly. Puck in the St. Thomas zone. DeMars turns, puts it behind the St. Thomas net, and Grand Rapids has definitely dominated the territorial part of this game, outshooting St. Thomas 10-3, leading 1-0. Now Kerr tries to come out front, slides it across the front, no one was there.
Yeah, time of possession has been extensive in favor of the Thunderhawks as far as offensive zone.
They've just been winning all the puck battles.
Kind of surprises me on that part because of how big some of these guys are.
Cunningham will get it in. Shot goes, just grazes the outside of the post. Now thrown back at the net. Has a chance for St. Thomas. Verbeek tries to get it out to center. He will. Can't control it after that. Now here comes St. Thomas. They'll shoot it in with Johansson. And Easton Young. Young, long pass ahead, looking for Hayden Davis. Got him. Davis tries to cut in. Davis cuts in, but didn't take the puck with him. Sam Searle's shot goes high and wide. Kept in at the far point by Stauffer. St. Thomas tries to bring it out to center ice. Verbeek trying to keep it in. It will come to center to Hayden Davis. Shot in now by Morquay as the Thunderhawks make changes. 3:16 to go on a quickly moving first. Puck into the Grand Rapids zone. After it there is Cronin. Cronin behind the net, out front, goes past everyone and all the way down the ice.
Yeah, that ripped through the slot.
Yes, it did. There were 3 players fairly close to it, went past all of them all the way back into the St. Thomas zone. Now here's Drotz. Drotz on the forecheck will pick it up deep in the zone. Goes deep for Nelson. Nelson taps it over to Del Greco. Del Greco chasing after it, but the referee stopped it. Now St. Thomas comes out to center, and they'll shoot it into the Grand Rapids zone. 1-0 Grand Rapids, 2:33 to go, and counting in the first period. Stauffer behind the net. Slides it ahead. Nice pickup by Del Greco. Del Greco looks across. In front, shot. Oh, nice save by Shep Oyster. And then Garrett Drotz taken hard into the net. He takes the net all the way to the boards. He's a little slow getting up and getting out of the net. And Caden Nelson came over to voice his displeasure with how his teammate was treated.
And then ended up with a St. Thomas penalty.
High sticking on Drotz, I believe.
Cross-checking.
A cross-check?
No, it's a St. Thomas went to the box.
Yeah.
Cross-check.
A cross-check? Okay.
Yep.
I thought they called it a high stick.
Well, when he came here and did the signal,
okay,
he gave that. Troy Scott.
I'll believe you. I knew they were calling a penalty on whatever was done to Drotz. And Grand Rapids with a power play goal gets another power play here. And they will send out the second unit that actually scored the power play goal. Henry Sturl with the goal. And he will be taking the face-off. A Grand Rapids Police Department power play. Mind you to hug your kids at home, belt them in the car. Puck goes deep into the corner as Kerr loses an edge, still tries to pull the puck to him. Thunderhawks try to double team it there in the corner. Who's going to come away with it? St. Thomas just trying to tie it up. 2 minutes left in the period. It'll slide back to Easton Young. Young comes across to Morquay. Morquay puts it down low. Sturl has it taken away. Comes back to Morquay. Morquay to Easton Young. Cranks the one-timer. That's the big slapper. And it goes high and wide.
Got it a little high, didn't it?
Yeah, he came way back. Puck behind the net, comes back to the point to Easton Young. Young in the middle. Goes to Hayden DeMars. DeMars down low for Kerr. Kerr scoops it back. Now DeMars spins at the boards. Now tries to cut out front, has some room, short side. They bang away at it. And so, a little more than just slight extracurriculars with Skahan and Henry Sturl exchanging pleasantries.
And I think Henry would have been okay if he'd have not got in on the second or third one. But as it is, they're both going to go to the box.
and they're still jawing at each other as they come to the box.
He's 14.
So the face-off comes out to center ice. Yeah, we don't need that light on anymore. I'm tired of it. Making my eyes tired. 1:15 to go. Thunderhawks on the power play, and they'll have their first unit back out. But starting in their own zone is Easton Young. Young slides it ahead to Del Greco, gets a little bit ahead of him, comes back out to center. Drotz tries to turn away from pressure. Finally gets into the St. Thomas zone. Back to get it is Johansson. Final minute of the period ticking away. Far side to Morquay. Morquay back to Easton Young. Young now to Del Greco. A little bit of room out front. Oh, Caden Nelson just missed on the one-timer.
Nice setup, great play, and a good pad save down low.
Now the Paco, great job by Easton Young just to keep that in. Now here's Del Greco. Del Greco, top of the circle, slot looking for the top shelf, didn't quite connect, shot it over the net. 2 seconds left in the power play, back to the point to Morquay. Morquay to Del Greco, both teams at full strength as Drotz taken down as he comes across the front. Now Caden Nelson back to Del Greco, far side as Easton Young tried a one-timer and fanned on it, and the puck shot down the ice.
That should do it for the period.
And it will do it for the period. It's an icing call, but the period ends with the Thunderhawks leading 1-0. They outshoot the Cadets by a 12-3 margin. And remind you that the video of that period, I just mentioned them briefly, but it was brought to you by S&S Meats, proudly owned and operated by Brendan and Paul Hager, your butcher shop and convenience store, on-site smokehouse, meat cutting, meat bundles, and so much more. S&S Meats. They may be a little busy tomorrow getting people ready for the Super Bowl.
Their dad, Stan, used to be a youth hockey coach around here.
And they are going to do the commemorative of the 72 team right here. What will we do? Will we keep it here and listen to that, or will?
Well, we can. I looked up some things from what I remember.
For the 1972 team, and I'll tell you, the first time I was a little young to remember much in 72, but I was about 75, 76 when I started remembering going to high school hockey games in the Northland,
right?
And remembering some of those great championship teams of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks, starting 75 and those great teams through the mid 70s. Grand Rapids really was the team of the decade in the state of Minnesota in the 70s.
Yeah, and into the 80s, because they won an 80 championship, and I think they went down the next year or two as well. But, it was great fun, and I'm trying to look at these guys and see if I recognize all of them. There was a tournament about 5 or 6 years after high school for these guys, maybe 7 or 8 years. So they're in their 25, 30s, and I got to play with them and kids my age in a tournament up in Hibbing, old timers, right? We thought we were stacked. I mean, we had guys from just stacked. went up there, lost to Hibbing, 3-2. They had the same thing. That team went on to win every game the rest of the tournament by more than 10 goals. So the two best teams in the tournament played in the very first game. But yeah, I remember the Christie brothers and the Madsons, the McDonalds. I see Mike Johnson out there. Danny Doyle, Timmy McDonald. Oh yeah, Jimmer Stackley, he was part of that. Let's see here. He got a goal in that first game. Have you got that book, Memories by Bernstein, out of Ross Bernstein?
I do not.
He recounts the state tournaments, and in that first game here, we talked about Kelly Cahill. Went on, I think, to Michigan State to play college, but Kelly Cahill's monster checks slowed down the Edina Hornets in that first game where they beat them 3-1.
And so, yes, the first state tournament team from Grand Rapids, a second place finish at state, and actually a second place finish at sections as well, losing to the same team. Both spots, but what a wonderful memory, and really started off the 70s, and for the next 12 years or so, Grand Rapids was really the class of hockey in Minnesota.
You know, and part of it is still, you know, the Rostings were part of this team, Jim and John, and I see a guy that was the manager, I think, of the team, and he sings in your choir.
Oh, who's that?
Mr. Soblik.
Oh yeah, yes, absolutely.
Oops.
Assistant coach, Mr. Mike Sturdich.
Yeah. He was my JV coach when I was a kid.
Assistant coach, Mr. Jim Nelson.
Nape came here from Warroad, and he still has a record, I think, in the state hockey tournament for goaltending. Jim Nelson does.
Mr. Tom Solblick.
There he is.
Yeah, there he is. So as they honor the 1972 state tournament team, the 50th anniversary. Seems hard to believe, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was in that tournament. It was Falls and Bemidji and Ramsey and Southwest up in the top bracket, South St. Paul Harding, and then Grand Rapids and Edina in the bottom bracket. And they beat Edina. And then they beat South St. Paul. And I know I've talked about this with you, where Doug Woog was on the night while they were playing Edina, getting interviewed by Lou Nanny, and he said, I can hardly wait to play Edina tomorrow. And then Grand Rapids beat Edina, and then they went and beat South St. Paul. It was 5-4, but
great memories of Grand Rapids High School hockey. Back then, of course, the Grand Rapids Indians.
They just introduced Denny Doyle. He went down and played at St. Thomas, which is now a D1 school. It wasn't back then. But Tim McDonald played at, I think it was University of, Michigan State. Him and DeCenzo went to the same school. Rosting was a Bulldog. Ned Fowler was a really good D. Can't remember what he did after high school.
When I was told,
Stackley played for the Bulldogs.
And I've been told by people who should know that back in 1972, there was no one faster in the state of Minnesota from the dot to the corner than John Rothstein.
Yeah, and they started talking about that in Bantams. He was so fast, especially straight ahead. I mean, you could lob a pass, no one was going to be icing, and he'd catch it. One of the Wilson twins. And then Benzie, he was the goaltender. And man, I think he outshined Wasilovich in that championship game from Falls. But they talk about Wasilovich kept the Falls in that game, especially late.
And fun to watch. And even the players, they got phones out and they're taking some video while all this is going on.
Yeah, Billy Baker's out there, of course.
The cheerleaders for the team were Deborah Cole Ryan.
So now, as they wrap this up, we will take our first break, come back to talk about it, as it's a 1-0 Grand Rapids lead here over St. Thomas Academy. And you're listening to it on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
At Grand Rapids GM, their philosophy is simple, and that is their customers being completely satisfied, not only in the vehicle, but in their entire experience. Their goal is that you enjoy your buying experience to the point that you feel comfortable in recommending them to your family and friends. Grand Rapids GM is the fastest growing dealership in the Northland and the area's only certified pre-owned GM dealership. Make your next car buying experience an enjoyable one at Grand Rapids GM, the Car Corner, Highway 169 South, Grand Rapids.
Look no further than Lake Country Power for all your electric water heating needs. Lake Country Power's 8-hour interruptible water heating program is great for homes and cabins and helps keep your electric bills down with the program's reduced electric rate. Best of all, electric water heating is safe. No flames, vents, backdrafts, or carbon monoxide. No worries. So get with the program and call Lake Country Power today or visit us at lakecountrypower.coop.
When you need to find a part at a price that's right, that red and blue sign is just within sight. Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
CarQuest Auto Parts has all of your battery needs covered. In-store sale pricing on the full line of Die-Hard Power Ahead batteries for your lawn tractor, boat, motorcycle, ATV, snowmobile, and vehicle, including silver, gold, and platinum power batteries, fully charged and ready to go. Great prices every day at CarQuest Grand Rapids.
Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
What do you find in a Sammy's Pizza Kitchen? Our family recipe sauce with a secret mix of seasonings. Dough made fresh each morning, crimped into the perfect crust. Specialty meats and real mozzarella cheese, all making up our famous bite-sized squares. We're cooking up experiences that bring together family and friends to create lasting traditions. Visit us at 802 South Pokegama Avenue in Grand Rapids or order online at sammyspizzaGrandRapids.com.
Make Nooch's in the Corner your main stop before you head out on the lake. They'll come out and top off your truck with fuel and get your propane tanks filled so you stay warm out there. It's easy to get in and out with your trailer. Don't forget to check out their old hickory buildings and sheds. With 10% down, you can get your building by spring. It's not just any old building, it's an old hickory building. Stop in at Nooch's in the Corner at the intersections of Highways 169 and 2 in Grand Rapids.
In this place, athletes face obstacles like nowhere else. The last 5 miles, the power play, the 2-minute warning. When the challenges come, we'll meet it together because it's your chance to show what you're made of and the power to prove the toughest competition comes from within. This is Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine like nowhere else. Visit essentiahealth.org.
Hi, this is Henry Sturl with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105, The Thunder.
And Henry Sturl is our goal scorer so far this evening as he puts it past Shep Oyster on the power play and a 1-0 Grand Rapids lead. And for stretches of that period, Grand Rapids looked completely dominant. St. Thomas couldn't get untracked against the Grand Rapids forecheck.
I don't know what you think, but I think speed was hugely different. Grand Rapids seems to be very quick, a lot faster in straight ice, but quick in the corners, way quicker than the Cadets. Now, the Cadets have been able to neutralize some of that with some physicality and big guys in their zone, but I just think they're fast and can't keep up with them. Maybe that'll change in the second period, but right now, no.
Grand Rapids, I mentioned it as well, they're just winning all the puck battles.
Right. Yeah, they're getting there first, and then when they get there, they're fighting hard to make sure they're the one that come out of there with the puck.
And it was kind of that type of a play that led to the goal, where it looked a little sloppy at some point as they came in the zone. The puck was bouncing around, but all of a sudden it was on Henry Sturl's stick with some room, and he comes in, and I find that interesting. Right-handed shot coming down the left side and still picked the short side.
And he picked it off the wall so well. That's why I thought he was a lefty, because I thought he picked it off the wall, just skated in hard and ripped it. He picked it off with a backhand, brought it to the forehand, and skated in and ripped it. Did you see at the end there? I couldn't figure out, why is Bo Geisler hugging Mike Surdich? He probably played for him at Duluth, at UND.
There you go.
I thought he comes up to him, big hug for Surdich. I thought, all right, now what's the... Oh, yeah, he's a Bulldog and was there when Surdich was coaching.
So the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks, a good first period as they outshoot the St. Thomas Academy Cadets 12-3 and lead 1-0 after one period of play. We got the Zambonis out. We'll take a break, come back with our Anderson, Ophoven, Stauffer, and Jan between periods summary. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
What is up, everybody? It's Brendan here coming at you from Spartan Deli. And if this is the first time you've heard about us, then you are welcome. If you also happen to be on the path of improving your health and you're wondering where the best place to eat in town is, well, you found it, guys. It's right here at Spartan Deli, located in the Central Square Mall, where everything on our menu is 100% good for you and it tastes amazing. We're open 11 to 2 Monday through Saturday. And for more information, you can check us out at SpartanDeli.com.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Ask Itasca Reliable Insurance Agency if auto owners make sense for you.
Ray's Marine is a fourth-generation business that has been serving the Northland for over 50 years. And there's still inventory available, including London Questliner boats with Mercury motors. They're making room for the new 2022 models coming in. Ray's Marine has the boat and Mercury motor you're looking for. Visit them on Highway 2 East or reach them by clicking on the text button at raysmarine.com. Find the right boat and Mercury motor for your family at Ray's Sport Marine, where your passion is the water.
Have you been putting off making a retirement plan because the task seems too big and intimidating? At Claremont Financial Advisors, we use our easy-to-understand planning process to give you the tools to feel confident in your financial future. Whether your goal is to travel the world or enjoy our beautiful Northland, we are here to guide you towards the retirement you desire. Give Guy or Tom a call today at 326-3000 or visit us on the web at ClaremontFinancialAdvisors.com. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA, SIPC.
I'm Molly Tulik with Edge of the Wilderness Realty. I believe my job as a realtor is to bring peace of mind to all my clients and to guide them with great communication. Everyone has different needs and goals, and the real estate market can be confusing and challenging. I personally strive to be a good resource of education through the process of buying and selling. If you'd like to learn more, give me a call on my cell at 218-360-0945. Love where you live on the edge. Edge of the Wilderness Realty.
The comfortable and relaxing atmosphere at the Timberlake is now available for your lunch plans. That's right, the Timberlake is now open for lunch, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. You'll find the perfect lunch menu with many quick and healthy lunch options, including our all-you-can-eat soup and salad bar. We look forward to seeing you soon for dinner or lunch. Timberlake Restaurant, Grand Rapids.
Hey, this is Miles Gunderson with the Thunderhawk Hockey team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Time for a between-period summary brought to you by Anderson, Ophoven, Stauffer, and Jan Law Office, proudly serving clients in northern Minnesota since 1917, and proudly supporting Will Stauffer and the entire Grand Rapids Thunderhawk hockey team, wishing them a winning season. Well, they got that winning season guaranteed now.
That's right. No way they can blow that at this point, huh?
What do you got, Tom?
Let's see here. 12-3 was shots on goal. They haven't changed that on the board officially, so the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks out shooting the Cadets. I should mention, too, in the JV game, it was a 3-1 win for St. Thomas Academy. They outshot the Thunderhawks quite extensively. But let's talk about the penalties that St. Thomas Academy took. They took 3 in that first period. Grand Rapids 1, as it was part of a matching or a coincidental penalty. But hey, it was the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks that made the Cadets of St. Thomas Academy pay for their transgression. At 9:12 left in period 1, it was Henry Sturl, and we talked a little bit about it, picking it up on the blue line, and Stauffer on the helper, ripping the wrister off of his right side, and that went over glove side, didn't it?
Yes, it did. I believe so. Yes.
Blocker side? Or?
No, it was blocker side. It was short side, blocker side. Yep.
All right.
Shot attempts, according to Marv, 20-5 in favor of Grand Rapids. Recordable blocks was 0 and 1. Hits 4 for Rapids, 12 for St. Thomas Academy. Face-offs 43% and scoring chances 4-1, and they have added an assist to J.J. Kerr.
Okay.
On that goal.
And I think Stauffer and Kerr were the two guys on the blue line fighting for the puck, and it snuck in, and that's where Mr. Sturl picked it up.
And that is your between periods summary, brought to you by Anderson, Uphoven, Stauffer and Jan Law Office, proudly serving clients in northern Minnesota since 1917, and proudly supporting Will Stauffer and the entire Grand Rapids Thunderhawk hockey team, wishing them a winning season. One more break. We'll be back with second period action. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
When I was young, I always dreamed of falling in love. Wait, who am I kidding? I am young. I may not know much about love at my age, but I do know that you can make a delicious Valentine's meal with the help of S&S Meats. How about a heart-shaped ribeye, porterhouse, or T-bone steak? Who doesn't love seafood like crab legs, lobster, or shrimp? Fall in love with S&S Meats. Happy Valentine's Day.
Doctors Rachel and Spencer Buchert and their team at Grand Rapids Dental Care are proud supporters of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. They know firsthand that in order to be successful, it takes the whole team working together towards a single goal. For Grand Rapids Dental Care, that goal is providing expert dental care for all of their patients. For a lifetime of healthy smiles, choose Grand Rapids Dental Care for all your dental needs. Online at grdental.com or call 326-3438 to set up an appointment. Go Thunderhawks!
You don't want to work at just any old place, and you don't want to work just any old time. Maybe you want to work mornings, afternoons, or late nights, weekdays or weekends. For job openings on your schedule, check out the openings at McDonald's.com. They're hiring for multiple shifts and positions. McDonald's can be more than just a job. They have great career opportunities available for the right people. If you're looking for fulfilling work in a fun and challenging atmosphere, don't wait any longer. Apply at McDonald's.com. I'm loving it.
My name is Jenna Madal. I'm an account service representative at Grand Rapids State Bank. After working in sales for AT&T for 5 years, I came back home when COVID hit, and I was grateful to find a job here. I love my coworkers and the team attitude we have. It feels really great to work in a good family atmosphere at this job. I have many friends and family connections in the area, and I enjoy seeing them all when they come to visit the bank. Grand Rapids State Bank, this is my community and my bank.
Member FDIC, Grand Rapids State Bank, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Garrett Drotz with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J05 The Thunder.
As coaches all back on, I assume we'll have players soon, Tom.
Yeah, that's the hope. Cheerleaders out here, they've been waiting for a little bit, and the referees now come.
And we'll have players soon.
That's the hope.
But, if Coach Chido wanted his team to be the more physical, they were certainly not that. They were the faster, they were the more skilled. They dominated the period in many ways and have the 1-0 lead, but they were certainly not the most physical.
That being said, though, do you think they missed opportunities for some body checks and physicality, or just...
No, I don't believe so.
No, that's what I was thinking,
really don't
too.
think so. So...
the other night against YZ, it was abundantly clear every time that they made a check that it was the right thing to do, and they made a good choice, but...
So we wait for the teams to come out on the ice, and I was going to respond to this as an email, but I'll just give my explanation to why we did what we did. But someone saying, boy, you talked over all the names of the 72 team as they were being introduced. I just didn't feel I had a way to get those on the air understandably. It's not something we can barely understand the PA
we can't
system.
Understand the goals. So.
And I just have no way of getting that on the air cleanly and have it be understood on the other end. I would have loved to, and we tried to give them their due as they were being introduced. Great memories.
I tried to bring as many names forward as I recognize, and there's only one guy out there that I'm still trying to think, who could that be? He was tall, and he had dark hair still, unlike most of the other players.
Yep, there you go.
So I'm not sure who that could have been. There's a few guys I can think of, but... They were short.
But we certainly meant no disrespect by talking when the public address was going on. I just didn't feel I had any way to get that on the air, understandably. And certainly great memories for Grand Rapids hockey, the team that I think it's correct to say put Grand Rapids hockey on the state map.
It started everything. And you know, I don't know if I should have Grand Rapids take credit for this, but it's one of the first teams that I know that was coaching the pass, follow the puck, and weave.
Okay, yep.
As you go up the rink, that was at the youth level. And then that started to come over into the high school level, and they played it better than anybody in the 70s, and then everybody else caught up.
Here it's 1-0 Grand Rapids with after one period of play. Players going to have to do a full warm-up. It's been a long break between periods here.
Yeah, hopefully they got some stretching in the locker room. And
as both teams getting final instructions, and you were asking who the head coach was. He is second from the left.
Okay.
Over on the St. Thomas bench. That is Trent Eigner.
All right.
Mike Randolph is doing as much of the on-ice coaching as he is.
I thought he was the bench boss, but I was thinking that the other guy was the head coach, the dark-haired one there, because he was just kind of in the corner. But yeah, the other two, Randolph and Eigner seemed to be in charge there. And Randolph was on the bench for the JV game. He was in charge there.
Well, maybe one of the funniest comments I've gotten from a coach during an interview. Do you like being away and team bonding and all that? I got 6 kids. I like being out of the house for a weekend.
That's right, from Eigner.
As here we go, second period action. Caden Nelson will drop it to Del Greco. Del Greco goes back to Easton Young. Young over to Sturl, looking backside for Del Greco, and the puck didn't quite get to him. Now here's shot goes just wide from Caden Nelson. He was in the high slot, gloved it to his stick, and then got a shot just wide. Now here's Drotz, tries to go out front for Nelson. That's intercepted as the Cadets flip it out to center. Sturl comes to Drotz. Drotz had Del Greco cutting to the net. Nice job defensively to just cut down the passing lanes on Drotz. He looked and looked and never had a good passing lane. Nelson slaps it in, delayed offside. Thunderhawks make changes. And the Cadets out to center ice. Here's Statine. Now the puck in the Grand Rapids zone, and Morquay picks it up. Morquay ahead to Kerr. Pulling it in is DeMars. DeMars trying to line it up and then skates himself off the puck.
And he shook his head after he did that.
Cronin goes rink wide to Zach Howard, puts it behind the Grand Rapids net.
There we go.
As Grand Rapids is going to get another power play here. Delayed penalty coming up as the Thunderhawks with DeMars come through center ice. DeMars' shot goes over the top of the net, and that was going to come right back to Del Greco, and Grand Rapids is going to have a nice setup with the extra man. Instead, it hits the glass,
like the stanchion.
A stanchion there, one of the metal stanchions on the glass, and bounces out.
Number 9 in the box, Tyler Graham for slashing at 15-18 here of period 2.
Thunderhawks 1 for 2 on the power play. And this is a Grand Rapids Police Department power play. Reminds you that not everyone drives as well as you think you do. Impatient on the road may mean being a patient in the hospital. Easton Young to Del Greco. Del Greco back to Young. Quick shot. Shep Oyster the save. He wasn't quite sure where it was, but it was under his pad as he slid to the side.
Yeah, during that last whistle, the whistle before, the 2 guys that went into the penalty box at the end of the first period skated over, coincidental minors. So that's all over. Just 1 in the box right now for the Cadets.
Long shot down the ice as Easton Young turns smartly away from pressure. Long pass ahead to Drotz. Drotz takes a look, finds Del Greco coming late. Del Greco was tied up momentarily. Now he'll get control of the puck. Del Greco deep in the corner.
God, he's got a good stick, huh?
Gonna say, stick handling in a phone booth. That's the definition right there. Comes to Morquay. Morquay puts it down low. Morquay leaves it to the other side. Back to the point now. Easton Young. Young comes to Morquay. Morquay tries to go back to Young. It will get to him after a deflection. Far side for Del Greco. Backside shot. Oh, how was that not ended?
I think the shot, or that's the end of the stick, made that save.
Now another shot. Bounces out front. Rebound. Oh, somehow that didn't go in. Another shot. That doesn't get through the traffic. I know who that hit.
Del Greco got plastered from behind.
Has 27 seconds left in the power play. Grand Rapids has done everything but score. Backside for Del Greco, misses the puck. Now Del Greco again, looking for room in the high slot. Del Greco's shot, and that goes into the netting. Wow, Stettin absolutely got lit up with that shot. That crank up slap shot from Easton Young absolutely ate up Stettin.
You know, we talked a little bit about the stick handling in a phone booth. That's all great, but he's also just strong on the stick. People will hit his stick and take the puck away for a second. He'll get it right back from him. Del Greco, I'm talking about. Yeah.
13 seconds left in the power play as this puck shot down the ice. Grand Rapids coming ever so close to scoring on that power play. You know, they changed 4 players on that power play, and Easton Young just stayed out.
Yeah, he must be really fit.
Now he'll come off the ice. He's starting, I don't know if he's quite putting in Jack Peart numbers for minutes, but it's close. Now Tyler Graham. Graham tries to spin around, loses the puck.
Oh.
Kerr doesn't quite get it out. Now the puck in the high slot. Shot, goal.
Nice pass play.
St. Thomas Academy ties it up. And that all started at the blue line where Grand Rapids unable to clear the puck.
Yeah, it looks like number 14 getting the goal there, Cronin.
And we're all tied at 1.
Yeah, what were they, about 3 feet from getting that puck out of the zone?
Yep, something like that. Maybe even closer. And we're tied at 1 on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. Austin Williams, he'll leave it there for Johansson. Johansson comes in on the backhand, puts on the brakes deep in the Grand Rapids zone. Now the Thunderhawks get it just out to center. Bauer Murphy follows up. Murphy slides by on the boards, gets a shot, goes high and over the glass into the netting. Not sure if that was tipped. Don't think so, as everyone looks to be coming back out to neutral ice.
No, they're bringing it back down. I thought it hit a Tommy or a Cadet. Let's quickly thank Grand Rapids Dental Care, Nooch is in the corner, Mackley Auto Repair, as well as Edge of the Wilderness, Lakes and Homes.
Face off to the left of Shep Oyster. They just call him Shep. We know all about goalies named Shep, right?
That's right.
Shep Daddy himself.
Now where is he these days?
He, last I saw, was on the Washington Capitals taxi squad, I believe.
Okay, nice. He worked hard to get as good as he is.
Yes, he did.
He really did. I mean, he started as a pretty good goalie, but he became just an incredible goalie.
Face off to the left of Shep Oyster. Yes, Drotz, and who was it on the far side?
Huh. Just threw them both out of the circle for the winger's transgression.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll be Cronin and Nelson to take the draw. Nelson wins that cleanly. Back to Morquay. Morquay backhands it to Nelson behind the net. But it's off the boards and it'll come out to center. Morquay turns, goes rink wide to Stauffer. Stauffer, dangerous pass, but able to get by with it. Thunderhawks can't control it. And Morquay again turns in his own zone. Morquay, little tap pass off the glass. That's stopped by St. Thomas. Now Stauffer, puck tipped into the St. Thomas zone. Drotz goes after it. Drotz plays it back into the corner to Nelson. Nelson can't find it. And I'm just going to say right now, St. Thomas Academy winning more of those puck battles than they did in the first period.
I think you're right so far.
Behind the net it comes to Del Greco. Del Greco comes back to the point, gets past Stauffer. Stauffer backhands it rink wide to Morquay. Morquay shoots it deep. Shep Oyster leaves it go. Demars tries to go down low for Del Greco. And now having to retreat for it. Oh, looking for the breakaway pass for Demars, but that was intercepted and shot right on from kickoff. Now the Thunderhawks looking to move it up. Demars takes a bump, moves it into the zone. Kickoff will get it out to center. Now Justin Kerr turns. Kerr finds Demars. Demars a little bit of room. His shot hits a stick and goes wide. Easton Young at the half wall gets a shot right on that surprised Shep Oyster. Still made the save. Puck into the Grand Rapids zone. Back to get it is Easton Young. Young pass ahead, comes right in on net. Has Kerr. Kerr tries to power his way in front. Puck knocked off his stick, and out to center comes Camden. Luke Camden stops, looks for the trailer, gets one, and a shot that was going wide, but Gunderson gloves it anyways and holds it for the face-off.
D backed a little too far into their zone on that one. They had the numbers. It was a 1-on-2, and they both backed up. Somebody should have got out and gotten him at the blue line, so that shot didn't get off and get to the net.
1-1 on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. Thunderhawks in their own zone. They'll get it out to center off the skate of Henke. Henke tries to bump his man. I think took the worst of it. Sam Sturl behind the net for Morquay. Morquay ahead to Henke. Henke, long shot right on. Shep Oyster will glove it and hold it for the face-off.
And let's thank a Midland title, Guy Claremont, the Motor Shop, the Timberlake, as well as Grand Rapids General Motors for sponsoring the Thunderhawk hockey.
9:46 to go, period 2, 1-1. Back to the point, quick shot. Oh, tipped by Hayden Davis and just flipped wide. I don't think Shep Oyster would have gotten to it.
Looked like he tried with that.
With the blocker.
The blocker.
Now Mortensen. Mortensen and Hayden Davis fight for it down low. Mortensen tries to come out front. Short side shot by Davis. No one knew where it was. It went to the far corner. Henke takes a hit but puts it deep in the zone. Davis. One of the reasons there's more hits coming for St. Thomas is Grand Rapids is generally the first team to the puck. As the puck takes a bad bounce out front. As Gunderson.
Describe that one. Bounced off the end wall.
Bounced off the end wall. Gunderson was going to play it behind the net, but it took an odd bounce and came right out in front. There was no one there, and Gunderson came diving out and ended up getting it with his glove.
As he dives forward, just that glove out there and snags it. That was something.
That's kind of a shortstop dive.
Yeah.
And he plays shortstop at times. That shot turned aside and into the corner. Should we give him the save of the game on that one just for creativity?
That was creative.
It was not a textbook save. Statine shot right on and a pad save. Another good save by Gunderson as St. Thomas getting some good chances here in the second period. They've tied it as puck out to center ice. Chasing it out, and there is Howard. Howard drop pass. That's intercepted by Easton Young. Out to center. Statine. Statine goes rink wide. Tries to get a return pass, but that's intercepted. Drotz comes in. Goes out front for Del Greco. Can't get the puck. Nelson takes his man into the boards right in front of the Grand Rapids bench. Thunderhawks will pick it up with Easton Young. Young has the puck taken off his stick. Comes back to him at the half wall. Everyone fighting for it. Drotz can't control it. Did Easton Young keep that in? Somehow he did.
Yes, he did.
Here's Kerr. Kerr cuts out in front. Shot. Good. No goal.
Yep.
Thunderhawks thought they scored. I don't think the light came on, did it?
No, and Mann was waving it off, and he was behind the net, the referee. But then they cleared it all the way down, and Gundy played it, and he could have let it be icing.
Sturl behind his own net. What a play by Kerr to come out and get that scoring chance. Now the puck jamming at the side of the net. Somehow that stays out on the Grand Rapids side. 1-1. Shot goes wide of the net.
Got to get back to doing what they do best.
Running around a little bit right now.
Their structure is gone. Everybody likes to use that term these days.
St. Thomas plays it back to the point. Comes near side. One-time shot for Savino. Doesn't get on net. Now the Thunderhawks, he must have broken his stick. Thunderhawks get a free clear out of that. Morquay pushes it in deep. Shep Oyster leaves it there for the D. To the far side, puck out to center, stopped by Morquay. He'll shoot it into the St. Thomas zone. Cadets after it there. On the far side, Austin Williams can't move it ahead. Hayden DeMars tries to go down low. He stops, so he'll go back to the half wall. Tries to power his way out. On the backhand, leaves it for Morquay. Shot right on, rebound. Thunderhawks can't get it on net. Back to the point, Morquay will keep that in. Morquay moves in, down to DeMars. DeMars takes a shot that hits a stick and goes wide. Now Sturl on the far side, Sam Sturl. Sturl lugs it all the way behind the net, and he'll leave it for Tachny. Blaine Mortensen picks it up, keeps it in at the blue line as the Thunderhawks get their third line out.
That was nice. They're able to change up and still get a change, keep the pressure on.
And we'll have an icing call now on St. Thomas. 1-1 on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital, they are the official sports medicine provider of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks.
19-10 is total shots on goal, so that means 7-7 in this period between the Cadets and the Hawks.
5:45 to go, second period, all tied at 1. Del Greco and Graham going up against each other to the right of goaltender Matt Shepoister. Del Greco wins that back to the point. Drotz right out in front. Tipped away by Shepoister. Now Easton Young. Young backhands it down low for Drotz. Drotz now to Caden Nelson. Nelson shot right on. Drotz was in front, but his tip doesn't get by Shepoister, and it's back to center ice. 2-on-2 now. And offside called. So the faceoff will come back outside the zone.
I thought he waved it off first, but then he put the hand up. I was grateful because I thought it was offside.
Well, when you agree with the referee, you are correct. 1-1, 5:17 to go. Second period action. Face-off outside the Grand Rapids blue line, won by the Cadets, and they come in on the far side. Skahan takes a bump, moves it down low. Now the puck right out in front. No shot yet. As St. Thomas now back to Graham. Graham's shot changes directions and goes wide. Thrown back toward the front of the net. Thunderhawks intercept that. And Kerr comes out to center. Sturl offside. And St. Thomas will clear it with Graham. Graham into the Grand Rapids zone. Drop pass right on. I think that one off the cage of Gunderson. Now trying to play it back to the point, but that goes past everybody and back into the St. Thomas zone. They've done that a couple times.
Yes, they have.
Through center ice as Camden puts it deep into the Grand Rapids zone.
Yep. Ren Morquay is going to the box, I think.
For a rough.
Even though he doesn't know it yet.
Actually,
oh, no,
it's Kerr.
Huh.
Justin Kerr goes to the bench, so the first power play now for St. Thomas, and a chance to get their first lead. A Grand Rapids Police Department penalty kill. And being sent to the penalty box can leave you with the same feeling as seeing a police car in your rearview mirror making a U-turn behind you. And the Grand Rapids Police Department reminds you to not drink and drive.
Did you see that cross-check happen?
I did not.
I didn't.
Puck back to the point to Stettin. Down low, looking short side. That's tipped over the net. Easton Young avoids a hit. St. Thomas still with the puck. Play it back to the point to Stettin. Now near side, Williams shot. That hit something in front. I don't think that got to Gunderson.
You don't think he knocked it down with his stick there?
No, I thought it hit a defenseman before it got there. But it may have been a blocker save. St. Thomas now in their own zone. They played a much better period than the first. Out to center ice comes Skahan. Skahan to Graham, gains the blue line, moves around to Morquay check, and gets deep into the zone. Following there is Strobel. Strobel plays it back to Skahan. Skahan goes to Cronin, now on the far side. Cronin gets it back, middle of the ice. Now coming to Stettin, his shot, pad save, rebound. Gunderson's got it.
That would be another one you could use as the save of the game.
Okay,
there.
I haven't given M&H their due. Beautiful pad save by Miles Gunderson. Save of the game brought to you by M&H Convenience Store. When you're on the run looking for a quick and healthy snack or drink, M&H Convenience Store is a place to stop, and you can save 5 cents a gallon when you pay inside. Off the faceoff comes to the point. Skahan keeps it in. Comes to Cronin. Cronin in the slot, goes backside, no shot. 31 seconds left in the St. Thomas power play. Now a little bit of room for Graham, comes in, shot. Didn't get through, now Graham again. Dot of the face-off circle, back to Cronin at the blue line. Now Graham again. Graham out front, shot, goal. May have been tipped in front, power play goal for St. Thomas, and they now lead 2-1.
Comes at 2:31 late in the period. Number 21 on the goal, Howard.
Zach Howard leads the line, and so he must have tipped it in front. He did not take the initial shot.
No, right, something happened in front there, yeah.
Tipped over the glove side of Miles Gunderson, and it's a 2-1 lead, and shots evening up as well at 20-16 now.
Yeah, so that means what, 8-13, the Thunderhawks are getting outshot.
Zach Howard on the power play, and St. Thomas leads 2-1. Shot right up, actually goes just wide, eluded Gunderson, but didn't get it on net. Thunderhawks get it out to center. And Williams puts it into the Grand Rapids zone. Gunderson leaves it there. DeMars backhands it out. Sturl can't find it. Kerr was headed the wrong way, backhands it to the boards. Now backhanded into the St. Thomas zone. Johansson puts it around the boards. Sturl keeps it in for a moment, but now out to center comes Williams. Takes a bit of a hit. Now out front, backhand goes just wide of the net. Williams can't keep it in. Now here's DeMarza, just overskated it. This game is not as physical as Andover, but it's a lot more sticky and chippy.
Yeah.
Now out to center, here comes Nelson. Nelson, he's rubbed off again on the boards. And the puck now to center, Drotz leaves it for Morquay. Morquay powers his way into the zone, backhanded back out to Easton Young. 1:05 to go, second period, 2-1 St. Thomas, tipped into the zone by Drotz. Comes to the point, not out. Across the front, Now a soft shot goes behind the net. Out front, Thunderhawks can't pick that up. Back to the point. In front, can't keep it in, and the puck shot down the ice. It'll come in on Gunderson. Referee anticipated Gunderson freezing that puck. He didn't initially, kind of missed it. He would have gotten it anyways.
Right, it was still safe, but yeah, he looked up at the last second and then put his glove down, and puck kind of stood in front of about a foot maybe?
Yep. Face-off will be in the Grand Rapids zone. But I think that's a quick whistle to protect the goaltender because you got a guy coming in hard.
Right, driving the net.
Yeah, driving the net.
Oh.
Now a shot tipped into the corner in the Grand Rapids zone. 30 seconds left to go. Keep going, Bobby! And Morquay behind his own net. Morquay. Pass ahead. Tipped into the zone, but tipped before the red line.
I think they missed that.
That was close.
One. Yeah, I think they missed
well,
that
Mortensen got his stick on it, but I think he was still on the wrong side of the red line.
Yeah, I think he was on the right side.
Okay.
Of it. Isn't that neat how you can sit? This game is so fast.
We're sitting in the same spot. We both saw the same thing.
And I have noticed that as I've called hockey for 20 years, you know, that, yeah, you could be sitting right next to a guy and everybody sees the play different.
Off the face-off, Grand Rapids wins that and bangs it off the boards. We'll have another icing call on the Thunderhawks. So we'll go back and redo it with 11 seconds left. Much better period for St. Thomas Academy. Tie it and take the lead here in the second period.
Yeah, I talked about how the speed was different in the first period. Well, here it's different, just the reverse. I think St. Thomas is a lot faster than I thought they were.
They've shaken off the bus legs.
They dropped the puck, and Graham didn't even have a stick down yet. So they're going to do it again.
That's right. Thunderhawks trying to control it, and they will get it out to center with 3 seconds. I don't think there's time for a shot, though, as buzzer goes. And Easton Young is pleading his case that he is being interfered with and held and chopped and I don't know what all. But referee says, just play on, son. 2-1 St. Thomas Academy after 2 periods of play, and you're listening to it on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
Hey, it's Taylor from White Pine Jewelers. Let us help you with all your jewelry needs this season, whether it's repairing your family heirlooms or finding the perfect gift. We have a wide selection of inventory available to us in all price ranges, and most repairs are done in-house, often with a 1-week turnaround. With nearly 40 years of experience, you can trust that we'll do our best to find or create whatever it is you have in mind. White Pine Jewelers, located behind McDonald's in the Pregame Plaza, South Grand Rapids. On Facebook and online at whitepinejewelers.com.
Affinity Plus is a proud supporter of our local hockey programs. This is Ann Cates, branch manager. Stop in and see us for your everyday needs and big life events, like opening up a membership for your child's first saving or checking account, or purchasing that home or fancy car. We would love for you to take advantage of our competitive low rates. Best of luck to our local hockey teams on a great season. Affinity Plus is insured by the NCUA, and you can learn more about us at affinityplus.org.
This is Scott at Mackley's Auto Repair, letting you know we have both the technology and the staff for all your diagnostic needs, from a check engine light to an intermittent starting issue. We are able to work on all makes and models, so give us a call at Mackley's Auto Repair, located in downtown Coleraine. And as always, we'd like to thank our loyal customers and look forward to meeting the new ones.
The Motor Shop wants to wish all of our student athletes the best of luck this season. At the Motor Shop, we service and sell all motors for every heating system. Heck, bring in the whole squirrel cage and we'll hand it back to you ready to go. Snowblowers not running? No problem for the Motor Shop. The Motor Shop does service on all makes and models of ATVs, snowmobiles, and side-by-sides. The Motor Shop also has sharpening service. So bring in your knives, scissors, chainsaw blades, and other circular saw blades. If it has a motor, gas or electric, simple. The Motor Shop.
Cupcakes, meatballs, and wings. Need I say more? This is Nate, store manager at Super One South.
It's the annual Cupcake Walk this Friday and Saturday. A perfect chance for you to treat your special someone to our delicious gourmet cupcakes. Check out our amazing variety of meatballs and wings from our deli and make your game day party one that your friends will be talking about long after the final touchdown is scored. And don't forget to shop our beautiful floral department. You'll be amazed by the quality and variety of flowers Super One has to offer. Super One Foods, proud to be a part of your community.
Paul Bunyan Communications fiber-powered solutions with our local expertise gives your small business the edge. Fiber data solutions provide the fastest, most reliable internet available with a range of gigazone symmetrical speed options up to 10 gig. Our business class voice services offer customizable plans to match your needs, and we offer business IT service and support. Customize your business solutions. Contact the experienced team at Paul Bunyan Communications today.
This is Hayden Mars with the Thunderhawk Hockey team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105, The Thunder.
We're between periods 2 and 3, and St. Thomas Academy now with a 2-1 lead. And I neglected to mention during the period, so I'll do it now, even though what's on your screen, if you're watching on YouTube, doesn't match what I'm saying. Rapid Fuel brought you the video last period.
Oh, okay.
And they were created to help the community by offering smart, fast, nutritious options for people who are busy living life. Rapid Fuel has energy teas, healthy smoothies, and protein snacks in the Coldwell Banker building and on social media at Rapid Fuel GR. There, got it. And I think I heard that they sold out Chuck-a-Puck. There were a lot of pucks out there.
I would imagine they did. I wonder when they go out to pick up the winners, how they decide, because it wasn't like normal tonight. I'm not sure.
There were a lot of pucks moving around. There were a lot of takeout shots. One would be sitting there, and then it would you'd get a double raised takeout. For
you'd see some guy throw it out there and think he's got a good shot, and someone throws behind it and knocks it out.
Yep, exactly right. 2-1 St. Thomas Academy after 2 periods as they came out, played a great second period, kind of took the play to Grand Rapids, both physically and speed-wise, especially as that period wore down.
Yeah, as time wore on there in the second period, it was like a flip of the switch versus the first period. It was just the opposite, and shots on goal are going to bear that out when you hear that it was 13-8 in that period. It was 12-3 in the first period in favor of the Thunderhawks. So that's quite a swap. But yeah, the chances too, quite a bit. They had some chances down there, the Cadets did.
And they scored twice, and we'll take another break, come back with our between-period summary brought to you by Dr. Lee Jess. 2-1 St. Thomas Academy after 2, and you're listening to it on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
You have a lot of choices when it comes to securing your mortgage. Do you go with the local bank so your money stays in your community? Or do you search for the best interest rate? Of course, maybe you could try one of those trendy internet-based lenders and just get it done quickly. The choice is easy. Woodland Bank offers all of those things. A trusted local partner, the lowest interest rates, and a fast process. So make the obvious choice. Come on over to Woodland Bank and bank easy. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Northland Lawn, sport and equipment, small town values, regional strength. From sun up to sunset, we've put the power in your hands to help you work the land. Northland Lawn, sport and equipment, your John Deere authority, your helping hand, we'll get it done. Northland Lawn, sport and equipment, small town values, regional strength.
Roth RV has Ice Trek fish houses in stock. Designed and manufactured in Minnesota's North Country, where they know what it takes to build tough and durable equipment to withstand the worst of winter. The Ice Trek all-aluminum alloy frame is hand-welded at every seam, and with the all-aluminum alloy, there's no rusting and no frame deterioration due to road salt. Ice Trek skids are delivered open shell, which allows custom finishing. Roth RV also has Forest River's Grey Wolf ice fish houses, engineered with impeccable quality, offering a spacious interior to keep you comfortable. Roth RV.
Taco Tuesday is calling. Tuesday! Get seasoned beef tacos for just 99 cents each every Taco Tuesday. Craver Savers.
Crunching.
Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
True taco lovers can't say Tuesday without thinking taco, especially at the home of Taco Tuesday, Taco John's. So this taco, head to Tuesday John's for Taco Tuesday for 99-cent deals on delicious beef Tuesdays. Tacos. Taco John's.
If you're looking for an experienced and professional attorney in the Grand Rapids area, look no further than Sterl Law Office. Attorney Chad B. Sterl has over 22 years of legal expertise in dealing with criminal defense, family law, DUI, DWI, and many other legal practices. Let him help you through a stressful time by taking care of the legal logistics and delivering expert legal support. Call 218-326-9646 to schedule an appointment. Chad Sterl at Sterl Law Office, a proud supporter of Thunderhawk Hockey.
Midland Title is a proud sponsor of the Grand Rapids boys hockey team. Choose Midland Title to help you stay out of the penalty box with potential title issues. The team at Midland Title is here for all your title insurance needs. When refinancing, buying, or selling your next home, give us a call or check out our website at midlandtitlemn.com. Good luck, Thunderhawks!
Hi, this is Bauer Murphy with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Thunderhawks trail 2-1 after 2 periods, after leading 1-0 after 1. Run it down for us, Tom.
Let's talk about the shots on goal first, because we've mentioned them already. 12-3 in the first period, Grand Rapids over the Cadets, and then just reverse, 13-8 in period 2. The Cadets outshot the Thunderhawks. The 2 goals that were scored, it was all 3 of their leading scorers. Imagine that. I think it's their top line. Cronin got the first one for the Academy, and that came at 12:53 of period 2 with Howard and Graham on the helpers, and with 2:31 left, a power play goal scored by the Cadets. And again, this time, Howard gets the goal, and Graham and Cronin on the helpers. Penalties, there was 1 to St. Thomas Academy, 1 to Grand Rapids in that period, and they surely paid. Grand Rapids did score a power play goal themselves in the first penalty, but right now it's 2-1, and the Thunderhawks trail.
Shot attempts, 12 for Rapids, 16 for St. Thomas Academy. Blocks 2 for Rapids, 4 for St. Thomas Academy. Hits 4 for Rapids, 5 for St. Thomas Academy. Face-offs 9 apiece, or 50%. And scoring chances, 1 for Grand Rapids and 3 for St. Thomas Academy. And they buried 2 of them.
They did.
There weren't a lot of chances overall.
Not for either team.
No,
and I don't know if that's good defense or just, everything's so fast out there tonight. I'm hoping that Grand Rapids can find a way to get back to what was working for them in the first period, and maybe that'll create some, slow down the Cadets in this period, because they really, I don't know, I said something after the first about Grand Rapids so much faster and quicker. Well, it was just the reverse in that period.
Between Period Summary brought to you by Dr. Lee Jess, caring for your family's dental and oral health. Proudly supporting Will Stopper, the entire Grand Rapids Thunderhawk hockey team, wishing them a winning season. Some work to do after 2. Grand Rapids trails 2-1. One more break. We'll be back with third period action, and you're listening to it on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
We're here with Kirk Adams, Northern Market President of Deerwood Bank. Kirk, why is it important for you to support Grand Rapids Thunderhawk athletics?
Being born and raised here, I love supporting the community that helped raise me. That is why I'm working with my team at Deerwood Bank to bring nice and simple banking to the entire Grand Rapids area. From your first savings account to life after retirement, we're here to help you.
Deerwood Bank. Banking made nice and simple. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
I'm Michelle Rodenberg, one of your Grand Rapids Edward Jones financial advisors. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Sports on J105. Call any of the Grand Rapids Edward Jones offices for all of your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
First American Title Insurance is here for you. Their local office, Itasca County Abstract Company, has provided service for more than 75 years. They can help with title insurance, real estate title certificates, abstract services, and escrow services. They are a proud and long-standing supporter of Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Athletics. Itasca County Abstract Company, a First American Title Insurance member, located in downtown Grand Rapids.
When you don't have time to go to lunch, let Jimmy John's deliver lunch to you. With Jimmy John's, we can get a freaky fresh sandwich to you freaky fast. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it.
Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to.
Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Hi, this is Sam Sturl with the Thunderhawk hockey team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Thunderhawks back to their left. Hopefully the left to right thing works for them. It's worked for both teams so far.
Right. Yeah, they're going left to right, or what would it be? Heading north.
Heading north, into the wind.
I was just thinking as I saw the forecast before I came up here, the Northwoods Pond Hockey Tournament starts tomorrow. There's a wind advisory till 10 a.m. Now, I think I heard that they moved it back a little bit because otherwise 8 a.m. was the first game I played in that tournament before. So.
Wow. And here we go off the face-off. Easton Young tries to move it ahead and chasing it into the zone. Del Greco. St. Thomas gets there first, and now the puck shot in. It'll hit a stick and fly into the crowd. So the Thunderhawks trailing by 1. They have a good record with the white jerseys. They have a good record when scoring first, but not so good when trailing after 2.
That's right.
So I don't know which will work tonight.
We're going to switch it up.
Off the face-off, puck slides into the St. Thomas zone. As the Cadets try to come out to center ice, they will with Camden. Puck behind the Grand Rapids net, and just coming in and bumping him off the puck, taking it away. That was clean. And here comes Hayden DeMars. DeMars sweeps in behind the net. That was a sweet play by Easton Young.
Just a nice little lob pass to DeMars, who puts it in his glove, drops it down to his stick.
Sam Sturl has to retreat for it all the way into his own zone. No icing called. Cronin applies the forecheck. Puck goes to the far side.
That's from behind.
We're going to have a penalty called as Hayden DeMars was blasted from behind.
See what they call it. Cross
Just
check.
a cross check, 2 minutes. So the Thunderhawks will get the power play. Chance to tie it up on the Grand Rapids Police Department power play. Grand Rapids Police Department reminds you to leave sooner, drive slower, and live longer. 2-minute cross-checking penalty, and I didn't see who it was that went off.
No, me either.
A lot of good we are.
Yeah, I was.
Face off to the right of Shep Oyster. Easton Young. Young to Del Greco, back to Young, shot off a post! Young again. Goes to Morquay, back to Young. Finds Del Greco. Del Greco had the puck bounce on him once. Now takes a shot that goes over the net. Morquay.
You could see where he was aiming from.
Yes, you could.
We could tonight from this spot.
Now here's Morquay, comes to Del Greco. Del Greco, top of the circle, down low for Drotz. Drotz back to Del Greco, shot. That grazes the outside of the pipe. Thunderhawks again. Long shot that hits a couple sticks, and it's cleared out to center.
And they get wholesale changes, or they're penalty killers.
Thunderhawks keeping the same unit out. Here comes Easton Young. Young. Drotz can't keep it in. Getting it out to center nicely was Matt Dose. Comes back into the Grand Rapids zone. Cross ice pass to Morquay. Morquay gains the line. Tries the soft pass. That doesn't connect. Now Del Greco down low for Nelson. Nelson back to Del Greco. Tries to center it, comes to the post, and that's gloved. by Shep Oyster. He'll hold it for the faceoff. 34 seconds to go in the Grand Rapids power play.
Let's take a minute to thank the Grand Rapids State Bank, Sammy's Pizza, Paul Bunyan Communications, Woodland Bank, and CarQuest for sponsoring the Thunder.
Stauffer to Easton Young. Young. Stauffer play catch at the blue line. Far side now for DeMars. DeMars back to Easton Young on the backhand. Now a one-timer off the post again. 2 posts this power play for Easton Young.
He just rips that snapper, and they're so quick and low and precise.
Now to Morquay. Morquay will take the shot. That's blocked clear. That'll do it for the power play. 2 posts. Dead on post for Easton Young on the same power play. DeMars started out flat-footed, couldn't get going through center. Puck back into the Grand Rapids zone. Sam Sturl backhands it up the boards. Thunderhawks will get it out. Taken away there. Shot right on, and Gunderson able to cover it for the faceoff. Faceoff in the Grand Rapids zone. 2-1 St. Thomas Academy on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard.
Shots on goal for this period, 1-on-1.
Yeah, it doesn't count the 2 posts, does it?
No, it does not.
Saved by U.S. Steel. In the corner, in his own zone, Morquay takes over in the Grand Rapids zone behind Gunderson. Watched in front of the net by Cunningham. Morquay moves it ahead to Henke. Henke can't control it, and now coming the other way is Wishmeyer. Wishmeyer stopped at center. Cadets in their own zone. Here's Tachny. Tachny gains the red line. Long shot in. Gunderson leaves it there for Sam Sturl. Long pass ahead looking for Nelson. Nelson tips it into the zone. Goes in hard after it in the corner. Drotz trying to control it. Puck bounces out in front for a moment, then cleared. Young somehow keeps it in. Sweeps it to the open side. Shot right on. Rebound comes free. Thunderhawks can't get a stick on it. Young again keeps it in. Shot right on. Tipped in front by Drotz. That doesn't work. Out to center ice. And Easton Young. Easton Young has played one whale of a game.
Is he a soccer player too?
He looks like it, doesn't it? He has done a lot of stuff with the skates here tonight. He's not. Verbeek is. And Hayden DeMars is. Puck out to center ice. As Young behind his own net, tipped out to center. Thunderhawks at the end of a shift here with the first line, I believe. 11:44 to go. Thunderhawks try to center it. Actually, it's not. They've just come back out, but going 2 lines right now are the Thunderhawks trying to get that tying goal. Puck at center ice. Easton Young backhands it to the far side to Power Murphy. Murphy to Del Greco. Now DeMars gets it ahead. Kerr able to step away from pressure. Now DeMars. Kerr takes his man into the boards. Can't find the puck as it will come out to center. Stopper stops it there. 11:04 to go. Still 2-1 St. Thomas. Thunderhawks shoot it in. Left there by Shep Oyster. Now the puck out to center ice. And shot back in by the Thunderhawks. Down the ice for an icing call, and the faceoff will come back in the St. Thomas zone. I would just say the Thunderhawks are throwing every bit of effort they have in this game and still not getting a lot of clean chances.
No, but there's time yet. 10:45 left. Maybe they can wear them down with all that hard work. I see they do bring the third line back out there again. That's nice to spread that out late in the game, so maybe the last 4 or 5 minutes can really concentrate on.
Grand Rapids will get their third line out for a shift here. Mortensen gets it out to center, but it's back into the Grand Rapids zone. Gunderson leaves it there for Morquay. Morquay slides it ahead for Davis, who can't control it. Back come the Cadets into Grand Rapids territory. Shot over the net. Henke with a quick pass. That doesn't connect. Now Morquay will backhand it out to center. Statine gets into the Grand Rapids zone. Tries to cut in. Mortensen cuts him off. Puck to the half wall. Slides to the open wing. Statine keeps it in there. Now at the half wall, Drotz will dig it out, get it to center. Thunderhawks trying to get that first line out. They will now. Puck shot into the boards. Garrett Drotz had a guy lined up from behind and just stop, just like you're supposed to.
Just like you're supposed to. Like you saw the sign on the back.
Now here's Del Greco. Backhand shot goes just wide. Puck shot down the ice, and we'll have an icing call on the Cadets.
While I'm thinking of it, let's finish up with some of our fine sponsors, such as Edward Jones Incorporated, First American Title, Itasca County Abstract, Roth RV, Lake Country Power, Essentia Health, and Northland Lawn Sport and Equipment.
Face off in the St. Thomas Academy zone. Thunderhawks will send out the Del Greco line against the Tyler Graham line. Del Greco wins it cleanly back to Easton Young. Puck in front. Thunderhawks can't get to it. Johansson gets it just outside the zone. Now Johansson tries to work his way in against Murphy. Centers it. No one can get to it there. Now Del Greco turns on the Jets, gets into the zone. Tries to split the defense. And the puck rolls in easily on Shepoister, and he'll hold it for a face-off.
Did such a nice job. Del Greco goes behind his own net. The Cadet sucks down to chase him, uses the net to block the Cadet, skates right up the rink, comes all the way down, and that's why we're having a face-off in the Cadet zone.
Sturl will take the draw. That one's won by St. Thomas. And cleanly out to center ice. Stop there at center as Sturl, goal scorer for the Thunderhawks. Can't move it ahead. Now Sam Sturl trying to play defense. Is coming in is Camden. Thunderhawks move it up the board. Skahan keeps it in there as he pinches in. Thunderhawks now get it out to center. 2-on-1, maybe 3-on-1. Out front, backhand, scores! Henry Sturl! He has 2 goals tonight. His 6th and 7th of the year. Looked like he was caught a little awkwardly on the backhand and backhanded it home.
Yeah, I'm not sure really how he got that up so high, because it looked like his hands were up on the top of his stick, and backhand trying to do it with that kind of precision. That was. Do you think it deflected off anybody as it left his stick?
I don't think so.
That was an incredible shot to be able to get that off.
Incredibly, it was kind of at the same spot as his first goal, in the same part of the net, but this one on the backhand from in close. So we are tied at 2 on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. Grand Rapids behind their own net. Trying to come out in front was Cunningham. That didn't work. Thunderhawks get it out to center. Williams takes over there. Thunderhawks with their 3rd line out right now as Easton Young takes his man to the board. Puck into the Grand Rapids zone. Morquay puts it ahead to Hayden Davis, gets it out to center. Del Greco now, Hayden Nelson. Nelson has Easton Young going in. Shot in front. Goal!
Hey! They signaled that goal.
Young.
Even though the net got knocked off, it was in before that. I saw the ref make the signal.
Light came on. Easton Young from Caden Nelson, and just like that, it is 3-2 Grand Rapids.
Didn't even take a minute.
And yes, driving the net was Easton Young. The puck went in, the goalie went in, the defenseman went in, the net came off, but the referee says puck went in first.
And there's no big debate over on the Cadets bench. You know, the coaches aren't hollering at the refs or anything, so.
So just like that, it is a 3-2 Grand Rapids lead. Sam Sturl shoots it into the St. Thomas zone. I said my voice was better at the beginning of the game. It's not now.
You can do it. You can do it.
As the puck in front of the Grand Rapids net. Squirts free. Unable to get the shot off Tyler Graham. Nelson and Morquay on the assist. Pass ahead to Drotz. Can't control it into the zone. Puck comes to the near side. Caden Nelson gets it to Drotz, still behind the St. Thomas net. He'll go to Del Greco on the far side. Del Greco's shot goes behind the net. Sturl flips it toward the net. That goes off the defense and into the corner. Cadets out to center ice. Here comes Cronin. Cronin. Yeah. Taken down. Oh, shot from Kickoff. And Gunderson, the stylish glove save, snaps it out of the air.
I was watching Miles after the catch. Got into the beat of the music with his gear on.
6:10 to go. Grand Rapids a 3-2 lead on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. Puck at the half wall in the Grand Rapids zone. Puck comes around, and here comes Henry Sturl. Sturl, hey, how about a hat trick, Henry? Puck taken off his stick. Zavarol comes into the Grand Rapids zone, shoots it behind the net. Goes to the far side to O'Brien. Thunderhawks pick that up. Young leaves it for Bauer Murphy. Murphy to Kerr, his pass intercepted cleanly. Long shot right on, and Gunderson gloves it and holds it for the faceoff.
The Cadets have stepped into a couple of those stretch passes, especially in the second period, but here again in the third period where the Thunderhawks are trying to go rink wide with something and they just step up D or forward and intercept that pass. But a shot from the blue line on Gunderson, that's no big deal. He can handle that.
5:26 to go. Grand Rapids leading 3-2. Off the faceoff, puck comes to the half wall, and Hayden Davis will get it out to center. After it is Mortensen. Mortensen, oh, the drop pass to Davis just behind him. Now coming the other way is Stettin. Stettin, drop pass, centering pass, and that's knocked away. Grand Rapids has their third line out against the first line for St. Thomas right now. Shot goes wide. And the Thunderhawks will get it out to center with Henke. Now here's Camden. Camden, actually, it's not the first line, it's the first defensive pair, I guess. Stettin was one of the starters. Puck comes back to Johansson. His shot doesn't get through. Thunderhawks bank it off the boards, come down the ice right on Shepoister, and here comes St. Thomas into the zone, centering pass. That's blocked by the Thunderhawks. Nelson feathers it off the boards. And the puck goes into the crowd, into the netting, and we'll have a face-off outside the Grand Rapids zone at neutral ice. 3-2 Grand Rapids lead. Bang, bang.
I'm sure it's true, but you can just tell with some of these players that they have played together for many years. You know, even defensive touch passes that seem to work, and that's the stuff that you get from chemistry after you've been together a while.
Del Greco and Tyler Graham going up against each other on the draw. Graham wins that one. Puck comes rink wide to Johansson. Long shot in. Goes wide of the net. Nelson turns, gets it to the point, not out. Puck right in front. Thunderhawks clear that into the corner. Another centering pass. Nelson will tip it out to center ice, and Johansson has to go back for it. Goes to the far side. Drotz looking for the interception. Puck. People thought it was going into the crowd. And what was the whistle for?
I don't know. I think they thought it went out.
It did not go out.
No. Check the second goal for Grand Rapids. What were the assists on Henry Sturl's goal?
DeMars and Sam Sturl.
Thank you.
And then Easton Young from Nelson and Morquay.
Yeah, I had those. And I had the two Sturls, but...
Puck at center ice. Henry Sturl shoots it into the St. Thomas zone. Thunderhawks lead 3-2, 3:46 to go. As Kerr tries to keep it in at the half wall. Puck squirts loose. Sturl able to get to it. Shot just wide of the net. Right now, I think anything Henry Sturl shoots is going to go in.
Well, he's played a whale of a game.
Faceoff will be in the St. Thomas zone. 3:33 to go. On the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard, Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital, they are the official sports medicine provider of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Thunderhawks will win the draw. DeMars loses the puck, and St. Thomas Academy gets it out to center. Morquay stops it there. Morquay gets it just into the St. Thomas zone. Pushed out to center ice. Stop there as DeMars turns around, goes after it. DeMars tries to fight his way down low. Puck comes to Sturl behind the net. A little centering pass was right in the crease for a moment. Now here comes Graham. Graham gains the blue line, comes in front, shot. Might have grazed the post, and Gunderson may have gotten a piece of it as well.
He got some of it.
Not a lot, as that puck still grazed the outside of the post. Now Johansson gets it into the zone. Morquay gets it ahead to Del Greco. Del Greco with speed comes in, shot right on, and Shepoister makes the save and holds on.
I don't know if he knew that Drotz was coming down a little bit behind him on the left, but I don't think he could see him. But he might have been able to get it over to him.
Face-off in the St. Thomas Academy zone. Again, Thunderhawks lead 3-2, 2:34 to go. Nelson fights down low against Johansson. Puck comes top of the circle. Drotz knocked off the puck. Puck still not out as Strobel can't get it out. Now Strobel will get it out. Bumps it ahead. Here comes Camden. Puck goes behind the Grand Rapids net. Keeping an eye on Shepoister. He's still in his net. Puck slides past the net. That was one where Sam Sturl was just going to make sure he didn't tip it on net. And an icing call now on the Thunderhawks with 1:59 to go. Faceoff will come back in the Grand Rapids zone. I think the boys is going to survive, Tom.
That's good.
Barely.
You got a couple minutes left and a few interviews.
Faceoff will be in the Grand Rapids zone to the right of Gunderson.
Probably as big a crowd as we've had here in a couple of years, huh?
I think so. And it'll be another big crowd on Tuesday to finish off the regular season against Hermantown.
Do you know if the cadets are staying in Rapids or down in Duluth?
No idea.
They play Hermantown tomorrow at 3:15, folks.
No, and they got Mike Randolph on the coaching staff. They're probably going down to Duluth. Just a thought.
Just a thought.
Puck slapped toward the net. That goes wide. Net is empty for St. Thomas Academy. Thunderhawks get it out to center. Can DeMars get there in time? It won't be icing.
No, they waved it off.
Wave icing off.
Minute and a half left. Net's empty.
St. Thomas Academy picking it up in their own zone. Skahan in the middle to Cronin. Cronin. That was offside. Graham was offside by about a foot.
I don't know if he's trying to set a pick for Cronin to go outside, but yeah, he was 2 feet inside the blue line.
A one-goal game. Grand Rapids in the lead on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital, the official sports medicine provider. Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Timeout, St. Thomas Academy. So, and I know that you want to keep your number one guys out there, but it lets the other team keep their number one guys there too.
Right, so they get their rest, and sometimes you wonder about that when you have the last change, why you'd match up, both teams with the best players. I'd every once in a while switch it up, you know, and try and get that number 1 line out there against their number 2 or 3. But I don't even know, have we seen a third line for? They skate 3.
They do, but not
much
a
on
lot.
that third line. No.
Third period video brought to you by Roth RV, carrying a large inventory of travel trailers, toy haulers, ice and fish houses, and closed-in utility trailers. Got the best brands: Mission Cargo, Forest River, Force, JB Lund, Ice Trek, and more. Always looks pretty when I drive by on my way home.
You know, we talked about who's the bench boss on the. It's neither one of those coaches is diagramming anything right now. They're talking to each other, and another assistant coach is with the players.
So here we go. Face off. Will be outside of the zone too. It'll be a neutral ice, and back in the net. No, not back in the net. Shep Oyster will come to the bench even on the neutral ice face-off. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Face-off won by St. Thomas Academy. Strahan shoots it in. And the puck shot down the ice. This one will be an icing on the Thunderhawks with 1:15 to go. Face-off will come back in the Grand Rapids zone. 2 quick goals for the Thunderhawks, 8:46 and 9:42.
Both these teams have 23 games in, and the Thunderhawks have 128 goals in those, and the Cadets 86.
Grand Rapids taking a shot at the net, and it'll be an icing call. I don't know, I don't mind that too much. You had a good, you had time to line it up, but you didn't really have room to skate it out. So take a shot at it. What do you think? That's a 50-50 shot from there?
With still 1 minute and 9 seconds left, I don't know. Pounce it off the boards, put it in the middle zone, and let somebody go chase it. Now you got an icing. They're going to keep it in.
Puck comes in front of the net. Grand Rapids tries to get it out to center. They can't. Those clearing passes that don't get out sometimes come back to bite you.
Yeah.
As the puck's still down low. It's come back to bite the Thunderhawks once tonight already. 49 seconds left. Net is empty for St. Thomas Academy. Thunderhawks leading by 1. Thunderhawks again. Try to clear it. They can't. Shot gets deflected wide. Graham picks it up at the half wall. Tries to go back to the point. Second time it works. Comes to Cronin. Cronin now down low. Shot right on. And Gunderson able to squeeze it on the short side. And now we've got Easton Young and a couple others going at it right at the side of the net. I don't think anything will come of that.
I hope not, because there was some little gamesmanship between Gundy and some of the Cadets there.
25 seconds left. We had drama at the end of the Andover game on Tuesday. I don't think we can top that for drama. Let's see.
It'll be hard.
It is Tyler Graham on the faceoff, but who's taking? Is that Henry Sturl out to take the draw?
Yes.
It is. He loses it. Graham has been unstoppable on faceoffs. Shot doesn't get through. Del Greco tries to get it out. Shot over the net. They had room there. Back to the point with 13 left. Statine comes to Cronin. Cronin looking for room.
Nice.
That's blocked by Nelson. Backside, that's Fandon. 2 seconds. 1 to the point. That's it. Grand Rapids. No penalty shot coming this time. Thunderhawks win 3-2. Coming back in the third period. We'll take a break, come back to run it down, get our Culver's post-game interview, etc. And our Dutch Room Mad Dogs Pizza, 3 stars. 3-2, Thunderhawks win. You're listening to it on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
What do you find in a Sammy's Pizza Kitchen? Our family recipe sauce with a secret mix of seasonings. Dough made fresh each morning, crimped into the perfect crust. Specialty meats and real mozzarella cheese, all making up our famous bite-sized squares. We're cooking up experiences that bring together family and friends to create lasting traditions. Visit us at 802 South Pokegama Avenue in Grand Rapids or order online at sammyspizzaGrandRapids.com.
Make Nooch's in the Corner your main stop before you head out on the lake. They'll come out and top off your truck with fuel and get your propane tanks filled so you stay warm out there. It's easy to get in and out with your trailer. Don't forget to check out their old hickory buildings and sheds. With 10% down, you can get your building by spring. It's not just any old building, it's an old hickory building. Stop in at Nooch's in the Corner at the intersections of Highways 169 and 2 in Grand Rapids.
In this place, athletes face obstacles like nowhere else. The last 5 miles, the power play, the 2-minute warning. When the challenges come, we'll meet it together because it's your chance to show what you're made of and the power to prove the toughest competition comes from within. This is Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine like nowhere else. Visit essentiahealth.org.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Ask Itasca Reliable Insurance Agency if auto owners make sense for you.
Ray's Marine is a fourth-generation business that has been serving the Northland for over 50 years. And there's still inventory available, including London Questliner boats with Mercury motors. They're making room for the new 2022 models coming in. Ray's Marine has the boat and Mercury motor you're looking for. Visit them on Highway 2 East or reach them by clicking on the text button at raysmarine.com. Find the right boat and Mercury motor for your family at Ray's Sport Marine, where your passion is the water.
Have you been putting off making a retirement plan because the task seems too big and intimidating? At Claremont Financial Advisors, we use our easy-to-understand planning process to give you the tools to feel confident in your financial future. Whether your goal is to travel the world or enjoy our beautiful Northland, we are here to guide you towards the retirement you desire. Give Guy or Tom a call today at 326-3000 or visit us on the web at ClaremontFinancialAdvisors.com. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA, SIPC.
Hi, this is Gus Drennan with the Thunderhawk hockey team, and you're listening to the Thunderhawk Hockey on J105, The Thunder.
Hey folks, welcome back to the IRA Civic Center, where the Thunderhawks improved their record to 18-5-1 with a nice 3-2 win over the St. Thomas Academy Cadets as they come to town with a 12-10-1 record. And Grand Rapids, they got a power play goal in the very first period. Henry Sturl, his first of the evening. Stoffer and Kerr on the helpers. That made it 1-0 at that point in that first period. It was three penalties to St. Thomas Academy, 1 to Grand Rapids. Shots on goal were 12-3 in favor of the Thunderhawks in that very first period of play. Let's go to period 2, where you see the Cadets take a lead. And it was a line goal twice. At 12:53, they get an even strength goal. Cronin gets it. Howard and Graham on the helpers. The next goal is a power play goal for the Cadets at 2:31 of period 2. Howard gets the goal. This time Graham and Cronin return the favor and get the assists. It was a comeback in the third period for the Thunderhawks as Henry Sturl got his second goal of the evening. That came at 8:14, even strength. Hayden DeMars and Sam Sturl got the assists on that one. 7:18 left, and it's Easton Young on the goal with Caden Nelson and Morquay on the helpers. And in that second period, it was 13-8 shots on goal for St. Thomas Academy, so they put 2 goals in the net. One was a power play goal, and they outshot the Thunderhawks. Let's go to period 3 on the shots and goal, and that was pretty even, Steven. 7-6 in favor of the Thunderhawks. They do end up out shooting the Cadets 27-22, and they win 3-2 was the final score. The JV game, they lost 3-1 to St. Thomas Academy, and the Cadets, they travel on to take on Hermantown tomorrow at 3:15, and the Thunderhawks get a break until Tuesday, when again the Hermantown Hawks come to town, the #1 team in the state of Minnesota in Class Single A, so nothing but huge competition for the Thunderhawks as they wrap up their season here on a night where they honored the 1972 team. And I'm sorry, we had a listener that complained that we didn't get the names out there, and that's true because we couldn't understand them. We put them out there as we saw them on the rink, and I see some of them still hanging around right now. Denny Doyle, Billy Baker, Olympian from 1980, Tim McDonald, Ned Fowler, still hanging around, Mike Newton, all from the 1972 team that was honored here tonight at the Grand Rapids Arena for the very first team that went to state and started the tradition that has become something we can't expect, but we sure love to happen, to get down there and get another chance at state tournament, but you got to get through the regular season and the sections to do that. And Sheldon has raced down, picked up somebody to do an interview with down there, and I'm going to give some thought now to the 3 stars of the game, because that's just a tough one to come up with. I think I got some.
You think so?
Well, yeah. You got yours already, don't you?
I kind of do.
Well, let's see how much they match up.
The Dutch Room Mad Dog's Pizza 3 stars, and they are proudly owned and operated by Brandy and Gabe Miskovich, and they welcome you in to relax with family and friends and enjoy the best pizza, wings, and burgers around. So you've been thinking for about 2 seconds.
Yeah, I got it.
What do you got?
Well, I'm going to give the, let's see here, the number 3 star of the game, and let's give that one to, let's go Henry Sturl.
Okay.
I was going to move him up, but then, there was a few. He got 2 goals, so he sure could be the number 1 star. But Easton Young just played such a whale of a game, both defensively, offensively, got himself a point, played incredible. I'm going to go number 2, and I'll go all the way up to Miles Gunderson. And give
at number
him
1, okay.
The number 1 star of the game tonight, just because I don't know. He played great.
I thought he
made some incredible saves, and let's get that guy playing hot the rest of the year.
And that's what Grand Rapids needs. You and I had the same 3 stars, just in a little different
order. Good.
But I had the same 3 guys.
All right, excellent.
But I thought Easton Young played the best game he's played all year, and he always plays well.
And he always plays well, right?
And then gets the game-winning goal. But if you don't want to give him the first star, we can go with Milesy. He played a great game. He was on my list as well. Those are your Dutch Room Mad Dog's Pizza 3 stars. And if you're looking for delivery or takeout, give the Dutch Room a call, 326-1774. Order online at maddogspizza.com. One more quick break, back with the Culvers post-game interview and a final wrap-up, final goodbye here from the IRA. You're listening to it on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
At Grand Rapids GM, their philosophy is simple, and that is their customers being completely satisfied, not only in the vehicle, but in their entire experience. Their goal is that you enjoy your buying experience to the point that you feel comfortable in recommending them to your family and friends. Grand Rapids GM is the fastest growing dealership in the Northland and the area's only certified pre-owned GM dealership. Make your next car buying experience an enjoyable one. At Grand Rapids GM, the Car Corner, Highway 169 South, Grand Rapids.
Look no further than Lake Country Power for all your electric water heating needs. Lake Country Power's 8-hour interruptible water heating program is great for homes and cabins and helps keep your electric bills down with the program's reduced electric rate. Best of all, electric water heating is safe. No flames, vents, backdrafts, or carbon monoxide. No worries. So get with the program and call Lake Country Power today or visit us at lakecountrypower.coop.
When you need to find a part at a price that's right, that red and blue sign is just within sight. Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
CarQuest Auto Parts has all of your battery needs covered. In-store sale pricing on the full line of Die-Hard Power Ahead batteries for your lawn tractor, boat, motorcycle, ATV, snowmobile, and vehicle, including silver, gold, and platinum power batteries, fully charged and ready to go. Great prices every day at CarQuest Grand Rapids.
Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
This is Easton Young with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105, The Thunder.
Culver's post-game interview. Got Henry Sturl, Easton Young. I think I got all 3 goals here, right? Henry, talk about your 2 goals. You become the sniper here tonight.
Yeah, I guess so. I put a nice shot over his far shoulder on the first one, and then just slid her in on the second one. So great plays by both my teammates. Justin's been doing really good on the wall, and he made both of those plays possible.
Now, Easton, I'm going to say after that power play, 2 posts on the power play, you got to be a little frustrated. Then talk about the goal, which was just crashing the net.
You know, I saw an opening there. I saw that they didn't have a guy back, and Caden Nelson beat the guy wide and just slid it out front, and I was there to just kind of tap it in there. So kind of got laid on my butt after, but it went in the net, so there's not much else I can say.
Well, you say tap it in. Everything kind of ended up in the net. You, the defenseman, the goalie, everything.
Yeah, for sure, but I definitely could have done it without that fantastic play by Caden Nelson there.
So what are you thinking between periods 2 and 3 after you let that first lead get away, Henry?
Yeah, that was a tough lead to let slip. We had a very rough end of that period and the second half of that period, so coach got after us and he let us know what we needed to do, and we kind of brought it there in the third and let him know what's going on. So.
And this team, they're both good teams, both this team and Andover, but very different teams, aren't they?
Yeah, for sure. This team was a lot bigger. I want to say Andover was a little quicker. They were faster, but this team they were pretty dang good as well.
Well, you got one more regular season game coming up against Hermantown. You got a best memory of the season so far, Henry? It has to be tonight.
Well, I'd have to say that Andover game. That's a close one, and we've had a lot of good games this year, but if I had to pick one, that's what I'd go with.
Well, great comeback win tonight. What do you got, Easton?
Probably that Andover game too. They beat us. They knocked us off last year. We kind of felt good to give them one back this year, but hopefully we end up seeing them again in the playoffs here.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Easton Young and Henry Sturl on our Culver's post-game interview. Flavor of the day is a creamy lemon crumble. Sounds a little different, doesn't it? Specially blended lemon fresh frozen custard swirled with crushed sugar cookies and a lemon drizzle. A perfect mix of sweet and tart. And that wraps it up from the IRA Civic Center. Boy, everyone's given the teammates credit, right?
Yes, they're
Couldn't
right.
have done it without JJ. Couldn't have done it without Caden Nelson, and they're right.
And that's great to recognize because that'll carry you the rest of the year here.
And both of them still putting Andover a win above this one as far as satisfaction, and I understand that.
Yeah, there's some revenge from last year's section that certainly feels better to get that win. And there hasn't been that much experience with St. Thomas Academy over the years, and not that much with Andover either until recently when they became part of our section.
Absolutely. Well, they've been a part of the section for a while now, but
not more than 5 years, though.
Yeah, I think 6 years. But since they've become one of the better teams in the section, now it really becomes a bigger deal.
The whole program.
Yeah, so right down to the lower levels.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps it up from the IRA Civic Center as the Thunderhawks win by a score of 3-2, coming back from that 2-1 deficit in the third. And we'll have GRG Lightning playoff hockey tomorrow taking on Elk River. That's a 5 o'clock start here at the IRA, and that one over on our sister station, 93.1 and 1320 KOZY. For Tom Downing, Super Joe back at the station, I'm Sheldon Willis, and you've been listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder and J105Radio.com.